So let's see. We started off by fighting some weird prophet guy and some basilisks. Uh, we almost killed him, but then he ran away. Uh, and then we got a new priest of some kind uh, with a pole arm. So now we have two pole arm people. And then we fought a hydra. Oh, and there was a little cloth golem that wanted his boy back, but his boy's super dead, and we dumped some acid on him so he could go be with Moradin.
He wanted to go be with Clem again.
That's right. There we go.
Thank you, chat.
All right.
There we go.
So, post that, you guys were in still that same building. There are two other potential buildings that you can go to that are not the pyramid and are effectively spaced out in such a way that they allow you to kind of traverse closer to the pyramid, potentially under a bit of cover, should you choose to do so.
Yeah, I'd like to check the other buildings in case there's something we need.
And remember to be very respectful and non-threatening to the piles of corpses and skeletons that are around. Because I totally told them we're not a threat, and I want them to keep, believing that.
If anyone should be threatened, it's us. We should be threatened.
But they're not threatening us, so we're not going to threaten them.
All right. So the next closest house is about 100 feet away. Between where you're at and there are several other just buildings that have been crumbled either by fire, age, or like just kind of collapse.
Okay.
Can we get in, or is it just too collapsed?
So the closest house, that one has a warped iron door rests uneasily on its hinges, open to the side of this building. Just inside the door, you can see a charred stone wall and a corridor leading both left and right.
So, do we feel like we want to investigate every structure on the way through here?
I don't know that we really need to unless given a reason. I think we should probably do what we came here to do and find the Dragonstone.
I think it probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Like, as long as we're going the direction we're supposed to be going, maybe take a quick peek, get an idea for what the building was, and if it'd be worth actually checking.
Mostly, I'm just trying to see what buildings I could hide in should we have to hide.
It sounded like it was just another house, right?
Correct.
I mean, it had an iron door rather than a wooden one, but...
Maybe these people were just more wealthy than the other family.
But they're all dwarves. It would reason to guess that they would have used much metal and stone in all their buildings.
Yeah, true. I mean, the last one we entered, was it a wooden door or an iron door?
No door.
Correct. That one was just gone.
There.
Yeah, I'm fine to keep going. I just want to make sure we at least give the houses a look, so if we have to make a quick getaway and I have to take cover to shoot, I know what buildings can actually protect me. And I don't go running into buildings with giant gaping holes in the side.
Okay.
I will say that for the purposes of moving through this section, I will not walk with a weapon in my hand.
So cursory glances with their heads through the doorways, basically.
Yeah,
right.
That seems fair.
So it opens into kind of a main house space, most of which is just filled with deep piles of ash that seem to have accumulated. Coming around to the other side of that stone wall, you end up seeing that it's actually a stairwell that leads down. For those in the building, go ahead and give me perception rolls.
That ain't how that works.
14.
Okay.
Nope, that ain't how it works either.
17.
Okay.
12.
Okay.
Where's perception? Dumb? I'm dumb.
Starts with the P's
15.
to find the section of P's.
All right. So 9 from Kai.
I was on the
15
wrong page.
From Draho. All right. So 15 and above. So Draho and Nivara. In the building, you see a couple mounds of ash that seem to be not only larger than others, but have kind of a glint of metal beneath them.
It's like when you kill something in Fallout with a laser weapon.
Yep.
Let's see. Do we have anything we can kind of clear it away without getting too close to it?
Does someone have a gust and/or mage hand cantrip?
I don't believe that I do.
Oh, Mage Hand? Kibble does. Get Kibble in here.
All right.
Working.
Sneaks on in, tromps through some of the dust, and mage hands over to it. He ends up pulling back a potion of cure moderate wounds, a small steel mirror, and then there's a pile of gold sitting underneath those.
I'm gonna, as soon as I see the gold appear, I'm gonna just grab Kibble by the shoulder. Go.
Okay.
Is it just like a plain steel mirror?
Yep.
Could be useful for looking around corners.
Yeah, I have a nice one back in the cart.
No, then take this one. And I'll take it from Kibble and just shove it into Draho's hands.
Okay.
Excellent. I can use this to shoot around corners.
Is there an echo in here? The dialogue would have saved us a bit of trouble in there. Anyway, I will go ahead into the room to collect gold.
All right. You end up coming away with 505 gold pieces and 6 silver pieces.
Okay.
Yeah. Small little treasure trove under that pile of ash.
I bet this was the rich people's house.
I mean, having just 505 gold on you when you die, yeah. This person was not having a bad day up until dying.
I mean, it depends on how their life was going, whether that was the low point of their day.
Also depends on whether or not they were gathering it to flee and they didn't get out of the house in time.
I mean, priorities, but dwarves, so.
I was going to say dwarves, man. That's kind of their thing.
Yeah.
So how do I get the mirror? I don't see it on our party sheet inventory.
That is correct. Let's take a look and see if I set up a parcel for that. I did not, so we'll just add it direct to your character.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and also as we're going to, like, if we see buildings that have collapsed, I want to get any, like, signs that would have, like, hung out, like, if it was possibly, like, a shop or something, that would be like, hey, this is what this place is about.
No real signs. Everything on the exterior of the buildings look to be just kind of a variety of either burnt, charred to a cinder, or aged too long that most wooden things have just kind of fallen apart.
Yeah.
But as we continue down the the street, I imagine we are ducking heads in and out of doors.
Okay. Are you guys leaving the house, not going down that stairwell?
I think we should check the stairwell.
I mean, if this is just what the person had in their pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's try not to get too distracted with the looting. We are here for a reason, guys.
Yeah,
And
but
we could find things that'll help us do that.
everything's fine. Nothing's changed.
I mean, there was also a potion there. Those are always useful.
Even in the face of all this disaster, Draho is still holding out hope that nothing is wrong with the stone.
So anyway, if we are going to check down the stairwell, everyone cool with that?
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay.
Going for
All right. So the deep stairwell leads down several flights of stairs. Finally opens up into a large, roughly 25 foot by 25 foot chamber. Whatever conflagration that had hit the city seems not to have made it this far down. Plush velvet chairs, a card table, and a work table with a variety of jeweler's tools sits covered in dust. A chair on the southern wall, sitting in a chair on a southern wall seems to be a set of full dwarven plate mail. The eyes within the helm glow a radiant sapphire color. It stands with a large metal staff as it sees you and aims the staff in your direction.
If it doesn't catch me before the series, I will say we need no harm. We are not hostile. We're simply exploring.
It nods and sits back down.
Thank you.
Have they shown any capacity to talk, any of them, other than the one, like the dwarven mom in the kitchen?
So far, just that one.
Do you want to see if maybe this one will be more talkative, might be able to tell us where we are and how to get where we want to go?
For what befell them?
In Dwarven shall say, may I ask your name?
It lifts the staff and points back at the stairs.
I think he wants to leave.
Yeah, I don't see any point in starting a fight here.
And well, if he's not going to talk, then I don't see the point in this this confrontation.
I will bow, and I'll just like, let's go. This is actually we don't need.
All right. So you guys head back up and are back out on the street. About 3 rubble piles down, you see another stone building. This one is a single-story building that's likewise had the same burned accents to its exterior that you've seen across the entire area. However, the metal door stands shining in an almost pristine glory against the bleak backdrop that is the guild's and residences level. Having seen this material before, they're quite confident that it's adamantine.
Are there any emblems or any iconography on the door?
Not on the door itself. You do see a space that would have housed some form of, like, either coat of arms or building kind of mural. But again, much like the rest of the wooden pieces that were there, they're all gone.
I have an idea about this, but I would like it confirmed. It will be to check to see if it's correct.
Oh, okay.
As the DM tends to roll because he knows what's up.
Well, that's a nat 20. Doesn't seem to be trapped. It's definitely locked though, and it does seem to be a bit magical.
Oh, you think you can take care of that?
Yeah, sure.
As long as Bravo doesn't.
Yeah, he's working, man.
All right. You see him fiddle with his thieves' tools there for a bit, and then the door kind of opens. As it does so, you see the kind of this cascade of glowing colors cross paths over and over the door. First kind of blue, then a red, then kind of a lightning, a green, and a couple other colors as well. And it just seems to be things shutting down on the door.
Okay. I will say, as that's happening, before it stops, I'm just going to take him and like put him behind me.
Yeah, pull him away.
So eventually that polar effect stops.
Yep, that's right.
All right.
Alrighty. So, opening the door, entering into this home, you find that the furnishings are all unscathed, save for a layer of dust. However, they do all look odd to you, save for Misaki, who seemed to be quite at home amongst them. Paintings of warriors in armor with long, thin mustaches. A set of odd, heavy, segmented metal armor laced with leather and silk sits on an armoring rack. Just like
Oh, is it samurai armor?
it looks that way, yes.
That'd be nice.
That armor is colored mainly in accents of white and burgundy. On a table that's nearby sits a small box, and next to it, an open scroll.
What's on the scroll?
So, picking up the scroll, it's written in an odd common dialect that describes the search for a hammer. The writer notes that the hammer of the Khan has the power to destroy things that otherwise would not be destroyed. It goes on to kind of state that the dwarves here have been a great help in attempting to locate it. It seems that the hammer was taken by the dwarves of Sarbreen and hidden away in their vaults for safekeeping.
And the armor is on its rack.
Correct.
Is there any heraldry on the armor, or the silk's even still with it?
The silks are, but there's no specific heraldry to them.
Okay.
And now that you're kind of closer to that armor, you notice that there's a shield sitting behind it.
Ooh, this is nice.
Slide the shield out. Is there anything on the shield?
Not heraldry-wise, but it does seem to be runically encarved.
You can have Kibble take a look at it. He's good at identifying.
Before Kibble takes 10 minutes to do that, I'd like Kibble to check the box to see if it's transparent or locked.
Doesn't seem to be.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and, with my body between Kibble and the box, open it.
Okay. Within the box, you find a large emerald, a red-brown spinel, a tourmaline miniature of a small ship. There's a small pouch with gold and platinum in it, and that seems to be it.
Hey.
Is that tourmaline ship figurine magical?
It doesn't seem to be.
Damn.
Well, I'm going to put that into
the
mysterious pool of things.
I was going to say, I'd just leave it all in the box and put the box in a bag.
Yeah. I'm sure the box itself is worth money. So,
besides the portraits on the wall, what else is in this room? I'm assuming the weapon rack is there.
It is, though no weapons sit on it.
Interesting. Armor's here, but the weapons are gone.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a sub-level to this house?
No, this one is very simplistic. So effectively on one end of it, there's a small kind of futon kind of bed thing. Variety of rugs, a table with that box on it, the armor rack off to the right, and then a small kitchen area.
What's in the kitchen area?
No food things, but several pots and pans, a few odd-looking sticks that look to you like eating food utensils.
Yeah, I know what they are. Yeah.
Found some guy's studio apartment.
Yep.
Really deck.
Well, if anyone in the party thinks they can make use of the shield or armor.
Well, we have to come back this way to leave, I assume.
Yeah.
So we don't necessarily have to carry all this weight with us, but we could set it by the entrance to the door to grab when we come through, unless you think we're not coming back this way.
I don't know. Hard to tell what's going to happen.
It's entirely possible we don't come back this way.
Yeah. So I will say we are here now, and unless you have some sentimental attachment to the armor or shields you can carry, maybe just a good time for a break, possibly.
That was kind of broken.
Yeah, you cut out. I think he's saying now would be a good time if you aren't attached to any of your stuff to upgrade what equipment can be upgraded. If anyone can use the armor and shield.
Much for that.
Got it. Was this the laminated plate, or is this the banded style?
Laminated plate style.
Did the butter braid pretzels come down here?
Someone's being hunted for snacks.
So, additionally with that, Kibble kind of pokes at the door. This would probably be a good place for us to rest if anybody needs to.
I had been thinking about that. We've only taken short rests.
Sorry about that. Alas, I am not able to proficiently use the harder plate. We could take it with us, and if somebody else wants to use it, I can demonstrate how best to don and take it off. But at this time, I am unable to use the heavier armor.
I look over at Kai. And I'll be like,
Does the armor possess any form of magical property?
Does not seem like it.
Oh, okay, so it's very pretty.
It's very pretty, but I don't know if it'll protect as well as mine.
Well, if we have time, we could, on the way back, we could see about taking the seemingly ceremonial armor.
Oh, we know where it is. We can always come back.
I would say the shield, though, you may want to bring along.
Yeah. I was going to say, well, at Kibble's suggestion, this is a pretty fortified space, and I think some of us are a little worse for wear, so it might be a good place to rest, as Kibble suggested, and then Kibble would have plenty of time to identify the shield.
This is true. We could close those doors, and as they were locked, I imagine there was a locking mechanism on this side.
Yeah, I would say if we, yeah, so and then it'll have whatever that magical reinforcement too.
Yeah, take a short rest, recover any HPs or things that can be recovered, and then get back at it.
How many short rests have we taken this day?
You guys are sitting at either 2 or 3.
Okay, because I think
I feel like it was 2.
okay.
It's 2.
Which would give you guys one more option before a long rest is required.
I don't know if anyone else. I don't need anything.
I don't need to rest. I have all
Short
my spell
rest.
slots
Short
and
rest.
HP, so
Oh,
Sure.
and speaking of which, since I currently can't see the Fantasy Grounds app, what is Ark's HP?
You have 12 wounds and 13 temp hit points.
Okay. Then yeah, sure. Just know that.
Well,
Go ahead.
as much as I hate to be the party pooper, I am missing almost half of myself to necrotic damage that will not heal until after a long rest.
Actually, a very good point.
I forgot all about that.
Alright,
Also,
then maybe we'll just take a long rest here then.
We should.
Yeah.
also, there's the fact that we are clearly quite outnumbered by the number of undead here, and I would feel a little more comfortable if I could have my token reactivated.
Okay, you guys want to take a full day and full 8 and
8 hours.
get ready for it?
So
Kitchen, so Kibble can work with that.
That is correct.
who else then needs some health regeneration?
Not if that's the case. I only have 3 wounds, and they'll disappear with a long
Yeah,
rest.
Navarre is good.
I mean,
Kazan?
I am as healed as your magic can make me.
I'm only down by 12, so once I've slept for an hour, I'll be fine.
Yeah, I won't be able to. I won't be able to until after I finish the long rest, because
Yeah. So you definitely just take it easy that entire time. The rest of us are going to watch.
All right. Well, then I am going to work on myself before I take a rest.
Okay. So then with that, Kibble goes ahead and gets some dinner prepared for everyone. You guys take your long rest. The easy way to handle that on the character sheet. Is it the character sheet? It's been a while since I've had to do this.
Yeah, being a fighter, all I ever have to do is readjust my health.
True. So, if I'm correct.
Hi, how you doing?
All right. Anyone have anything else that they need to do prior to the long rest being over?
I'll just try to take a little.
You kind of cut out there.
Yeah.
I'll just try to take a little bit of time to contact my bear spirit.
Okay.
So
Gives you a bit more of an instruction on that thing that we talked about.
Gotcha.
Actually,
check the book for anything else about the brown dragon or anything else about what's going on with the dragon stones.
Oh, wonderful. So while you don't find anything on that, you do find that another page has opened up for you. Let me find that real quick.
Take a look.
And is this the blank book or the Book of Shadows?
This would be the one tied to Levistus. All right. What has popped up is in Discord for you. You can reveal that as you please.
Okay.
oh yeah, and I sometime during my shift, since I only need 4 hours to actually rest,
Right.
I'm going to try to psychically talk to my pseudo dragon from this distance and see how strong our connection is, if we can make connection.
Too far out of distance.
Okay, so we're not that connected yet. Because I was going to ask him how the cart was doing. One day.
And don't worry, guys. You'll find out what my thing is.
All right. So everybody, you're ready to move on then?
Yeah, that's all I wanted to do, was try and talk to my dragon.
8
Yep.
hours.
Okay. So once you exit, you can kind of, as you work your way around towards the pyramid, from the new angle, you can see that the charred pyramid to the center... cannot talk today. The charred pyramid central to this chamber is a huge stone structure spanning what looks to be at least 10 stories in height. It's surrounded by a 75-foot wide chasm with pits so deep they bleed into the blackness below. The southern front of the pyramid boasts a peninsular extension of building that spans over the chasm, providing an entrance to the pyramid.
Interesting. Well, I will take my position at the back of the pack and wait for everyone to do something.
Well, do we think it's worth checking out the pyramid or trying to find our way down to the lair of the dour worm?
I've never known a big bad guy to not live in an obstentious structure.
And it's a large pyramid.
Place, so even if it's not our final destination on this quest, I get a feeling that we could it'll at least let us learn something.
Yeah,
So,
let's give it a
All
try.
right. Navarre stands back and motions for Ark to head on over.
Take my position behind Navarra.
I
alright.
will position myself to lend my anti-surprise aura to the party.
All right. So, as you get closer to the stone guardhouse, you can see that it's not the fully blackened mess that so many of the other buildings in here have been. Its walls showcase a mix of light and dark stones, giving it a mottled and decaying appearance, though the masonry does indeed look solid. You notice that none of the undead that you've seen littered around the old Dwarven refuge seem to be sitting anywhere near this building. The ancient entry door is of hardened oak and steel banding, which sits open.
So you said there's no one dead around the guard tower?
Correct.
That's oddly not comforting. Now, does it seem to be an accessible building, or is it just like a tower?
Yeah, so you have the main pyramidal structure, It sits connected to the pyramid and spans that entire 75-foot gap.
I meant the guard.
Sorry, say again?
The guard tower. Is it a tower for guards, or is it more of just like an ornamental, like this is kind of a marker piece?
So that is the guard tower. It's physically attached to that pyramid. Basically, it's kind of the bridge spanning option.
Gotcha. Okay. So what's everyone want to do?
It's up to you guys. I'm in the back of the pack with the bow drawn, arrows knocked in my teeth, prepared for everything to go tits up.
So there's no one dead. Does there seem to be any signs of like a previous struggle, other than general decay?
Nope, not in this area.
How much dust is on the ground?
A fair amount. Doesn't seem to be any tracks within the dust either.
Did you read my mind?
Yep.
Well, all right, time to test how terrible this might be. Go forward, look for any potential weak points in the bridge thing, and also any potential things that might hurt.
All right. So as you're moving up, most of you hear kind of the pitter-patter of little feet coming up from behind you.
Yell it.
Pause.
As you turn to look back, you see Kibble catching up.
Oh.
I was going
What
to say.
did you do this time?
What did you take?
Nothing. I didn't take anything. I forgot to get my pants. I'm sorry.
Insight check.
Also,
Y'all are
insight
so
check.
untrustworthy.
I
I mean, he kind of deserves it.
What's he ever done?
To be fair, he's never really lied to us. He just said he's always disclosed the full truth.
What has he done? Force me into another bargain with Levistus?
He didn't force anything. You offered it.
Yeah, that's on you.
I was trying to get him back because he did bad things.
So,
my
Kendo,
insight is 8.
15 on that insight to see if he's, being truthful.
He's a very charismatic character too, so I'm guessing that if he's lying, I believe him.
Yep. So far, with all those rolls, everybody does in fact believe him.
Well, I don't doubt him.
That's even more suspicious.
He is the most trustworthy kobold there is.
I'm going to go ahead and...
That's not exactly wrong.
Just because I don't trust him, I'm going to Dark One's own luck. 19.
Yep, still seems, spot on point.
Several spell slots later. I'll just keep going.
Okay. So, with that, as you enter, the dim light of small orange flames emanate from immaculately polished bronze oil lamps that hang on the wall of this wide hall. While there's no furnishings that you can see here, standard humanoid-sized oaken doors line the walls. And with that, let me grab the map.
You said that there's flames coming from these oil lanterns?
Correct.
Is the flame actually warm if I put my hand toward it?
It is.
Okay, so these aren't ever burning lights. That's a thing. I'm not entirely comfortable. And there's the end.
All right, and you are all now on the map.
I think you have the token placement wrong because Lord Draho isn't cowering.
That is true.
Yeah, you got to make sure he's behind Ivara. Oh, come on. You're the brave one. You're the one that deals with demons. You've got the courage.
Not
And
by choice.
I imagine Kibble would not be in the front.
He's a ballsy little kobold. You don't know.
So, where would you like to go?
Guess we start checking doors.
Okay, going with the first door on the right or on the left?
Let's go with the left.
All right, who's going in first?
Guess we're gonna do me after double checks it. Trapped.
Okay. Doesn't seem to be trapped or locked.
Okay. Then go back with everyone else first. And then he just goes back to work. And I'll open the door.
Okay.
And try to for the fact that I have a right now.
There we go. That should be revealed now. That first door, this door opens into a dark room. The air inside has the scent of a smoky cherry Cavendish. Thick carpet covers the floor, and there are floor-to-ceiling tapestries depicting ancient Dwarven battle scenes that adorn the walls. 3 armchairs with quilted cushions sit facing each other. A small table placed between them holds 2 bowls, one which has a lid and one which does not. A writing desk with a straight-backed chair and a canopied bed flanked by small tables also sit in the room. Near the foot of the bed stands an unlit brazier held up on an iron stand.
Anyone want to mess with anything? I've been told I'm not allowed to grab stuff all willy-nilly anymore.
I'm gonna actually call people over to like, hey, can you really call that local with some A-Train?
Sorry, you cut out.
I'm gonna ask people to lift the lid off of the bowl with A-Train.
Okay, he does so, and that smell of cherry Cavendish kind of pervades the room even further. There's just a large chunk of it sitting within that bowl, seeming fresher than one would assume that it should be given how long it potentially has been sitting here.
I really don't like this.
That seems wrong.
Well, considering we just had lit lamps outside.
Let's check the desk.
Okay. The desk does not hold anything in it. It seems to be very tidy. The only thing it has to it is a quill and an inkwell.
Was there any dust on any of the furniture?
There is not.
Oh, that's definitely not a good sign.
Alright, I'll just guess investigation for the rest of the room, see if there's anything else interesting in here.
Okay.
While people are investigating the room, I will step back in the hallway, hauling a hand.
Alrighty.
Standing guard.
Let's go back to...
So who's gone into the room then?
Just Ivar, it sounds like.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in with you, only because you might need an extra set of eyes to spot stuff.
All right. So, what you find, first off, that bowl does have the kind of runish carvings in it as well. And you find underneath the bed is a small, long chest with casters. Navarra, you can see that there's a clasp holding the lid in place, but there doesn't seem to be any locking mechanisms to speak of.
Alright, I'll go ahead and pull it out. Does it look trapped or anything?
Go ahead and roll investigation.
It's not letting me move my token.
That's odd. Let's check PC. You are owned by it. Let's delete the
Not
token.
sure how to pronounce your name there in the chat, but most recent comment, and yes, we did.
Oh, great. Try it again.
Try this now. Still nothing. Maybe my thing didn't load right.
Could be. Try exiting from Fantasy Grounds and coming back in.
Okay, give me a sec.
All right, so I got a 17 on the investigating the long chest.
All right. Does not seem to be trapped.
I'll go ahead and open it up then.
All right. Within, you find 25 platinum, 15 gold, a set of fine leather boots inlaid with copper, and a twine-bound, rolled-up bit of cloth. Seems larger than the roll should be. Kind of like what happens with Christmas presents when they're kind of bottle-shaped and you have the ends tapered off.
Any magical auras?
Not that you can tell.
I'd have Kibble check them over.
Not that he can
Yeah.
find either.
Okay. So they're fancy shoes.
I'll go ahead and open the cloth bound.
Okay. So unrolling that cloth, you find a bottle of Evermead.
All right, sounds like we're getting drunk if we ever get out of this.
Yeah, save it for the celebration.
Is that special wine that's like 25 gold a bottle?
For the newer label version of that, yes.
This one
Let's
sounds
go
like
ahead.
an older label, which makes it more expensive.
I'll go ahead and just shove that in my bag then for now.
All right.
Okay, I'm back. Can you bring up the map for me? I don't know how to bring up the map.
Head into the maps button over on the right,
Gotcha.
All right.
and it'll
Which
be the
one?
one labeled Pyramid Guard Keep.
Yes. Okay, I'm in now. Yeah, I can move again. Yeah, I wanted to come in the room with her.
Okay. So,
Okay.
where would you like to go now?
Do we want right?
Is there? I'm assuming there's doors opposite of each other down this corridor.
Basically, yes.
Yeah, it looks
So-
like I'm assuming based on the map they're like staggered by a square, but it looks like we probably just want to clear the hallway.
It looks
So-
like there seem to be quite a few on the right, but less on the left. It's just like
Like
You're
every
still
other
cutting in
word.
and out, Ark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming the door that I'm assuming I'm next to the door across then.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll try the one on the right.
So we'll try that door.
Okay.
Were we going to have Kibble look at the door, or are we going to assume that they're safe to open?
That is up to you guys.
That's what I was posing.
I think Kibble should at least inspect stuff on a rudimentary look.
Okay. I'll wait for him to look at it before I open,
Well, he seems to be happy with that one.
and I'll open the door.
Alrighty.
I mean, I kind of trained him specifically to do this stuff for us.
All right. So in that one, this cramped chamber has a stack of bunks against the far wall and an empty table save for an unlit oil lamp and rough wooden chair that sits in the corner. At the end of the bed, there's likewise a small chest with casters at the bottom. Same sort of thing where you can see a clasp holding the lid in place, but no locking mechanism to speak of.
So there's the chest, and really nothing else in here
Correct.
besides the oil lamp.
Chest, bed, desk, oil lamp.
Anything else with the desk, drawers, or anything?
Nope, no drawers to that particular type of desk.
So it's just a table desk with a lamp. I'm assuming no dust in here as well.
Correct.
Bed's freshly made. Nobody's been in it.
Also correct.
Is there dust in the hall?
There is not.
This is the open.
Well, as I stepped into the room, I will go ahead and flip the latch on that chest to see what is in it,
Okay.
as it is shorter in accommodations.
In that one, there is 800 copper pieces, 2 lustrous pearls, a spinel, and a kind of steel quarterstaff that has arcane markings down it.
Ooh, that's got to be magical. Anything with arcane runes is magical.
Does it look similar to the one that the guy in the room? Just feel it.
No, not quite. I mean, feasibly, they're both long metal poles, but this one looks much higher quality.
Oh,
So, as we locate this, do we need to keep track of it, or is it getting tracked in the group stuff?
Oh, I've got it all in Fantasy Grounds. I'll dole it out at the end of the game, unless
Very
you guys
good.
want to use something immediately.
No, I just didn't know if I had to write anything down.
Nope, Fantasy Grounds is great like that.
Yeah, because
Okay.
we'd lose track of it super quick if that was the case.
Right. So collect the money. I would pass the staff on to Navarra.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a once over with Arcana to see if I can tell what the runes are.
Okay.
and
They
this is
seem to be basic magical runes, but of an upgraded variety.
When we get to a stopping point, I'll have Kibble identify it.
Yeah, I want to try just see if I can figure it out with an Arcana.
Speaking of Kibble identify,
26.
Yep, you can definitely tell that it's a magic item of some sort. More than likely adding proficiency capacity to the weapon attack and damage.
Okay, so I'll pass that along. It seems like it's designed to bring out the best of the wielder.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and swap my wooden quarterstaff for it then.
Okay,
And that was just it. That was in here was the staff and the money.
correct.
Okay.
speaking of Kibble doing things, I'm assuming he identified that cheat with typically +1.
Say again?
The shield from the night before.
Yep,
I'm assuming people identified it, and I'm also assuming that it's a +1 shield.
that is correct.
Okay.
Loot everywhere.
We'll offer that to I will offer that to Kai and Masaki. Discretion.
Yeah, let them fight over it. I want to watch the new people fight for my amusement.
Using the shield would not work with the weapon style that I utilize.
I say they're both polearm fighters, so I don't know that a shield's
Well,
gonna...
Masaki only uses a spear. Like, a spear that could be wielded too, but also be wielded once.
It's not a spear.
I thought it was a halberd.
It's
It's actually a naginata.
yeah, it's a funky looking glaive.
So you do wield that two-handed?
Yeah.
Slaves are two-handers, yeah.
Well, now I've got symmetrical shields on my back.
just double shield.
Double shield and just bash.
I once played an experimental class like that. It was fun. But candidly, can't do that.
Okay. On to the
It's
next
trying-
one.
Okay. Moving up on the right or up on the left?
Well, looks like
So
Kai's
Rachel is
already on the right.
Okay.
the race is going. I suggest we just go to the doors, open each room. If there's no immediate danger, just one at a time. If there's no immediate danger in the room. Once we open all the doors, we then proceed with mass looting. And then
I'm good with that if you guys are.
Yeah,
That
sounds good.
works.
All right.
I'll check this one.
I imagine we'll have Kibble check each of the doors before we open them.
Yep, that works.
I will open each of the doors after check.
All right. All of that is open to you. The door at the top left does not seem to want to budge when you go to open it, though.
We'll worry about it after we do all these.
Well, actually, first I'll have skins. Just it's more than that.
Say again?
You said the one on the top left doesn't want to open, right?
Correct.
Yeah, but can you see if this is locked, please?
Okay. Nope, and you see him, he turns the knob and it seems to be unlocked. You hear the appropriate clicking sound, but he goes to push it in and it just will not budge.
All right, everyone, weapons ready.
Well, let's finish looting the rooms that we
Let's-
have open before we do
That's
that.
also fair.
Yeah.
While you guys are doing that, I'm just standing for the.
Okay.
All right, so I got a 21 to investigate the room that I'm in currently.
Alrighty. That one very similar to the one in the lower left, though the air in there is stale and does not hold the sweet smell of cherries. The chest in there contains 300 copper pieces, 4,000 silver pieces, 2,600 gold pieces, 120 platinum pieces, a tourmaline talisman inlaid with brass, fox furred shoes inlaid with fine steel, and 2 healing potions.
I think we found his quarters.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and toss Ark one of the healing potions and pocket the other one.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. Someone will definitely need to force feed me this at some point.
Did Kaison find anything in that room that he was next to before he moved?
In which one?
Ison's busy writing dirty limericks on tables.
Oh, so Kaison's not switching rooms. He's just leaving graffiti on the wood.
Well, I figured I'd let them know that we stole their stuff.
They'll notice.
So, like, I'm walking, like, the places where we've took stuff, I've been writing bad poetry about how we nicked their crap.
Did you take anything out of that second room on the right? No. Okay.
Okay.
No, I mean, this stuff's great. Came from Ravens Bluff, 6 adventurers bold. To explore the bottom of this dwarven hold. We found all your kit and made off with the shit. Now we're home counting your gold.
All right, Kedro, what's in this room? Same as the first?
Yep, also very similar. In that particular chest, you find a quartz, a star rose quartz, a zircon, and a spell scroll, which you can read as protection of good and evil.
Oh, give that to the barbarian.
It's divine.
Oh, right, I forgot.
I literally cast heroes.
Put it in the cigar box and you can
But-
smoke it later.
I was going to say, I believe this is something that you guys can turn into a usable.
Yes. Add it to the cigar box, and then after it's done with that, it'll go into my cigar case that I must just a mass of cigars in at this point.
And see, Steve, not to the gym, I looked over at Asia, I'm like, hey, Gibble's going to have a lot of practice.
Yep.
So, how do those cigars work? Is it like a puff, puff, pass type thing? Or
Nope.
Just the
Gotta
first
light
person
it.
to puff it gets to cast the spell.
It passes on the first inhale, exhale.
And then, yeah, I'm drinking because it's giving us that cigar.
Yeah. We're just turning all our scrolls into cigars, and it's just going to be a huge
I mean,
freaking
that's the idea.
debutante party when we cast.
Checking that third room, Misaki?
Yes.
Okay. Within that one, you find 90 platinum pieces, a polished stone miniature of a tower, and a carved wooden coffer that is empty.
What was that last one?
A carved wooden coffer that is empty.
Who's carrying all of the monies and everything that we're pulling out of these chests?
Draho.
Probably the guy who isn't as easily encumbered.
Oh, no, I mean, the loot and stuff, yeah, but the money, Draho keeps all the funds and then distributes them at the end of the camp.
I mean, that's fair. You seem to be doing fine. It's not fine.
Finance is the only thing he does competently.
All right.
All right, so
I believe Navarra's in the next room.
Alrighty. Within that one, you're able to find 900 silver pieces, a ceramic statuette of a dwarf sorceress, a spell scroll that is divine, a potion, and 4 other potions of healing.
I have a feeling we're going to
Right,
be taking a lot of damage soon.
I'll give the scroll to Misaki. Is the statue magical?
It does not seem to be.
Okay.
What was on the divine scroll?
That is a spell scroll of Bane.
Sweet. Add to the cigar box.
Yeah, that
Every
can go
minute
in the
we
box.
take out a scroll and add a new cigar. Or add a new
Kedro, in each of these chests, did we find some sort of polished figurine or statuette of some kind?
Not in each one, no.
Okay.
DM, you said that these don't have unlit lanterns, right?
Say
Or
again?
lamps. These rooms have unignited lamps, right?
Correct. Essentially little bowls that can hold functionally like a candle.
Oh, okay. So a self-contained, like
Yep.
not a container, but more of just a holder of the oil,
Right.
not enclosed.
Correct.
And what did you say the potions were from this room?
So there were 4 that were just your standard potion of healing, and then one alternate one that looks different. It's a light red with color. Holds a small spider within it.
I think that's
Arcana? To determine what it is?
Is that the room that Navarro's in?
All right. Yep. So with a 21, it's a potion of spider climb.
That's what I was going to guess.
that'd be useful for you.
I mean, I was going to guess that too, but I wouldn't necessarily think that Navarro would know that.
Yeah.
So,
I would have assumed it turns you into a spider. Draho would have.
all right. So I'll hand out the healing potions to whoever doesn't have them.
Okay.
I've currently got 3 on me because I was prepared for the next time Kibble goes down.
And I assume probably Misaki doesn't need them because she's a cleric.
Correct. Or you could give me 1. That way I.
Well, we got enough. We can give you 1 or 2 easily.
So I'll give you 1 of the 4. Kai, do you want one?
Yeah,
Okay, I'll give you 1. I'll take 1 and then give 1 to Ark.
Okay.
I
I have the one you gave me before, unless that's included in it. And I have a what's the second tier of healing potion? Greater?
Yep.
Okay, let's give it to Kibble then. He's probably going to need it.
And
Yeah.
all of those can be found in your party sheet section at this point. So if you go into the little icon in the upper right that looks like an eye with like 3 heads in it, go into the inventory area, and that'll be listed there.
Okay, we've got it listed as 6 potion, 1 potion, and 3 potion of healing, then 1 potion moderate wounds. What ones are what?
So anything that says potion of healing is a potion of healing. Moderate wounds is your middle version. It's just labeled oddly in here.
Thanks, third edition.
Yep.
So the other 2 that just, the other 7, I should say, that just say potion are potions of healing?
Correct.
Okay.
All right.
And I guess I'll keep the spider climb just in case.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be useful for you.
Okay. So that just leaves the door that would budge.
Well, there's the room that I'm in.
Yep.
Okay.
So the room that you're in contains 70 copper pieces, 110 silver pieces, 23 gold pieces, 11 platinum pieces, a carved wooden staff studded with gold, golden earrings set with sapphire, and a unique-looking bronze iron torque that on the ends of the torque look to be 2 heater shields.
Ooh, I like this already.
So the torque and the staff I'll hand off to either Navarra or Kibble, as it seems from what I've noticed in the last day, they tend to be the ones to identify things.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll give both of those a shot.
Okay.
Do I need to roll twice for that?
Just give me 1. All right.
Nice.
So the staff itself does not seem to be magical. The torque definitely does, and the heater shields are very reminiscent of the ring you own.
My ring?
Correct.
Okay.
And then that very first large room with the bed,
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming we also took the jar that had the sweet cherry smelling.
I did not grab that, so if you want to go back and grab it, feel free.
If you didn't, Kibble would have.
So it's in party items.
Correct.
Alright, so that's going to be a torque of protection, if somebody wants that.
What's it do?
+1 AC.
Oh, who's got AC aside from kibble
I
probably
mean, I'm
does.
assuming that doesn't stack with my ring, so.
Actually, Art, do you got anything giving you boosted AC?
Wait, are you asking me?
Yeah.
I have my shield if I need it, and my fur.
That would be a no.
Yeah, because I think our barbarian on the front line would benefit from getting hit
Yeah,
less.
why don't you take the torque of protection then?
Okay, I'm
No reason not to get an extra AC.
Yeah.
This is true.
I'm at 21 due to my armor, and I never get on the front line, so I don't need anything for protection.
Okay.
Okay.
Putting that on, it does function like a ring of protection. Does not require attunement.
Woohoo! And I'm all pretty. All right. So that's all the rooms that would open.
Correct.
Yep.
All right, everyone. I'm going to stand in front of the door that wouldn't budge. If you wouldn't mind.
Now, by not budging, is it as if something's blocking the door, or
Yeah.
it's swollen?
The door turns. It's not
Definitely.
blocked. Something is keeping it from moving.
Correct. And you go to push in, and there's just so much resistance that it does
Okay,
not
so that's
budge
why-
whatsoever.
So that's why I'm telling everyone, pick whatever position you want to be in case something comes out of there.
Are we talking magical resistance or?
Doesn't necessarily feel like it.
Somebody probably shoved a dresser or a bookcase up against the
People
door and
decide-
hid.
All right, so I just stand back here ready to Eldritch Blast anything hostile.
Okay.
And I'll stand behind her on the bed, but crouched, so I'm still below her head level.
God, could you
With
be
a
any
bow.
more of a coward?
It's tactical.
In other words, he's hiding under the sheets.
Okay.
I can still see the targets.
I'm gonna have to put on a skirt so you can hide behind it.
Well,
With
you're
that part-
perfect height because you protect me from like chest downward, and then the rest of the way I can just duck, and I can still shoot over you.
Okay. So
Okay,
I'm going to pick
Arc.
up my big old bear hole,
Mhm.
and the bear head side, try to cave in this door.
All right. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Okay, that is 22.
All right. You do hit. Go ahead and damage.
Gee, if all of this was adamantium, this would count as freaking.
Oh my god, when we get back to town, I'll let you borrow some of our adamantium and make
Thank
it
you.
freaking
I might need it to kill whatever we're going to be fighting in the arena. That's going to be 12 damage.
All right. So you slam into the door, and you hear it crack and see it kind of visibly get a splinter down the middle.
Yep.
But it doesn't seem to budge.
Okay, well, it doesn't need budget to break it, so we're going to do this again.
Okay.
Housekeeping.
You time to hear our about our Lord Savior Bear. 19 hit.
That's good.
Okay, and that is 9 damage because I guess it put my whole shoulder into it.
All right. So with that, it cracks a little bit further in a different spot.
This is a very strict door, guys.
No, it is dwarven craftsmanship.
Natural 20.
All right. Roll that crit.
and proceed to do barely anything to the door.
I see that unintentional fun. This time it's 20 damage.
All right. So with that, you smack into the door. You leave an imprint of the bear head in the wood, and you hear an odd cracking of a stone.
Cracking of a stone?
Correct.
That sounds wrong.
Have you tried just forcing the door open?
Yes.
Have you tried without being, have you tried adding leverage?
I do not know how a hinder works.
Is he able to? Is the crack
Couldn't
large
help
enough
it.
for him to see through now?
It is not.
I've looked at the imprint and fully looked into my brain. Now I can hear the breaking of stone, so pull the hammer back, can I tell if the stone is different from the stone this building is made of?
Not necessarily. Are you proficient with stonemasonry tools?
I am not worth.
Okay, then nope, you haven't quite heard that wood on stone cracking sound.
Gotta keep breaking it. All right, that is 20 stuff to hit, so that gets.
Okay.
At this point, it's not a it's a crit. That's all that is. 10.
Okay. So I assume you're just going to keep going at this until you get through the door?
That is 10, yes.
Okay. So you guys see Ark for a good 5 minutes just wailing on this door until a chunk of it actually falls away. And behind it, you see Wall.
That is Draho just in the other room laughing his ass off at you.
Ark, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Does a perceive what? Oh, God damn it. 6.
This door,
Keep going.
This door should absolutely be able to open.
I'm having too much fun to stop him.
Orc, not feeling any better, will continue to try to break this wall that's behind this door.
Okay. After another couple minutes go by, you kind of get some of the rock chunk to come out, and behind it you see dirt.
You know, by the time we're done with this, I should be proficient with miner's tools to say.
Yep. And at about the point that you notice the dirt behind the stone, behind the door, you take a closer look at that actual door and see that it's a wooden door with door frame nailed against the wall.
I don't like pranks, guys.
That
just.
Oh man,
It
dwarves
is-
are dicks.
I am actually just going to rip that door off of the wall and throw it.
All right. So making the pull on it, you're able to take that door right off without much problem.
I look back at everyone, angry, slightly defeated, and just goes, let's move on.
Is that a room above Draho?
That is. There's
Well, I was just
a
about
door
to
there.
ask.
And let's reopen that back up as well.
Because I was going to ask, if this is a door here, I'm going to pop my head in there.
Is it nailed to the wall?
Does not seem to be.
I am not going to live that down for a while.
Oh no! If
Uh,
we get through this whole thing, Draho's eventually going to buy you a very ornate wooden door and
For a
just
shield.
put it up somewhere. Yes.
I think that's going to be your equivalent of the cleric falls in a hole.
Why don't we just give me a small version of it and we can put it in a handbag?
Clerics and holes do not mix.
Kind of like people that don't like puns and handbags.
Oh, shut up. And, I just realized when you said that unintentional pun, it was not a pun that I made. Because I said,
Unintentional. That's how that works.
All right,
no,
so can Draho open the door?
yeah. If you say no, I'm going to have Ark smash it open.
Oh yeah, it's unlocked.
Okay.
Just angry at doors at this point. Also, Kedro, you clever.
You cut out right after saying you.
I got clever is all I got, so I assume it was not nice.
Tick, making doors a front.
I mean, at this point, he's going to get us to a point where we spend like 10 minutes analyzing a fork in the middle of the room.
Down the line, we're going to be attacked by an animated barn door. That's what's going to happen.
You assume that we don't do that already.
Not well enough, apparently. Okay, I'm going
Okay.
to step in the room and see what's going on.
Okay.
What is... Yeah, boom. Boom. Uh-oh.
Oh,
So in
Why
there,
was I the first one in the room?
let's actually not make that
The
red
one
yet.
time someone goes in before me, and that's when comments.
Because you were bragging about your AC earlier.
I'm not good with a rapier. You don't want to see me fight melee.
To be fair,
as you guys
don't-
enter this room, you note a fireplace in the middle of the southern wall with embers of a small recent fire still giving the room a bit of warmth. A small pile of wood stacked off to one side of the fireplace. Several oil lamps adorn the walls, though currently unlit. A lingering scent of roast lamb and mint clings to the room, and even more so nearest the rough wooden table and high-backed chairs that surround it. Sitting at the head of the table is a tall, emaciated, pale-looking human female. Ah, welcome, my friends. What brings you to my humble abode?
Does she look dwarven?
She does not.
You literally said human.
I know. I'm just saying. Because she's claiming this is her house. I guess being the noble, I'll bow gently. I am Lord Rahoslava von Reiklemir III of Mithdraner. Pleased to meet you. May I ask your name?
Oh, a pleasure. I am Lady Niska.
Of?
Here.
Ah, and where would here be exactly?
Well, this is my lovely guardhouse in the City of the Dead.
Ah, beautiful. And what happened to all of your citizens of the guardhouse?
Well, they died. That's why you see them littered outside. Happened a long time ago.
Ah, right. Why did you not die?
Well, who says I didn't? I just look better than they do.
Fair enough. I'm going to very politely say, so, introductions have been made. I'm going to leave you to our friend over here, and I'm going to slowly push my Vara in front of me.
Kedro, is this another door up here in front of me?
It is.
Okay.
You realize you're getting fireballed the next time you meditate, right?
With this going on, I am going to actually go with Sun. Up to that, the company does not get that.
Okay.
So, yeah, Navar, go ahead and step forward one, and I'll get behind you.
I hear Draho introducing himself to someone, so I imagine the element of surprise might still be despite the talking.
I'm only more amused that you're talking about the element of surprise after literally beating down a portion of wall.
That wall head coming.
We are the best
Good
at
times.
stealth.
So, Lady Niska, what are you doing here in the City of the Dead?
Well, like everyone else, I'm being dead. What are you doing here? You're awfully alive for being in the City of the Dead.
We're here doing a little exploring.
Oh, yeah, coming down into the caves, doing a little spelunking.
Something like that.
Fun.
How long have you been here?
I would
Sadly, far too long. Far too long.
I would do my best to this conversation through the door.
Yep.
Can I insight her to see if she appears to be hostile?
Go for it. Currently, she does not.
Do you know anything about what happened here?
Well, a long time ago, the dwarves lived here. Then a dragon came in, killed them all. Then most of them were reanimated by some other force, and unfortunately I was a, shall we say, visitor from a faraway land at the time.
Do you know what kind of dragon this was?
Well, as it was very big, had large horns, sharp teeth.
Fire-breathing kind, shadow kind?
Definitely seemed to have the fire breath, yes.
Any idea what color it was?
No, at the time I was human, so I could not see. Now I see better. Darkness does not bother me.
While all this is happening, I slowly creep out the door and lean against the wall so I can peek around.
Okay.
So, what exactly do you do here in the City of the Dead?
Well, I took over the guard tower so that I would have a nice place to live, and ever since then, I've just kind of been milling about doing my hobbies. I do a bit of this, a bit of that. I can knit you something if you like.
What kind of something?
Oh, do you need a sweater? It does get cold down here, I'm told.
No, but thank you. That's oddly polite.
Oh, no problem.
It's just too polite to not be in setup. I'm so distrustworthy of her, but I like her so much.
Are you the only one here?
As far as I know, there's some undead that tend to be outside of this building, but I've pretty much kept the place clean since then.
What is this place exactly?
Well, this was the entrance to the Temple of Moradin.
Ah. Wow.
Do you know how to get to the lair of the Dour Worm? Is that what it was on the sign?
Oh yes, one level down. The only entrance that's currently open to it, you have to go up to the top of the pyramid. Should be a staircase there that takes you in. Sometimes you have to go up to go down.
Anything else about this pyramid we need to know about? I assume we can pass safely through here?
Oh, by all means. Feel free to come back anytime. The only other thing that I could truly say is be careful of the weird dragon people. For some reason, they've been coming around, poking into things, and they've been chanting cultishly. It's very annoying. Keeps me up at night.
So are they like dragon people, or are they people who worship dragons?
Little column A, little column B. Okay,
right, well,
honestly, lot of column A, lot of column B.
All right, well, you've been very helpful, and I'll kind of look around and see if there's anybody else that wants to say anything.
Do you by any chance like staying here?
Not to be rude, but why have you not passed on?
It's evidently it was not my time.
Do you like being here? Do you have any desire to leave and get back into the real world?
No, unfortunately, I for some reason do not seem to have the capacity to leave this level.
Well, if we manage to fix whatever's causing that, we'd be happy to escort you back to town.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Excellent. Thank you for your help.
Oh,
You've been very nice.
You're very welcome. If anything else comes up while you're here, you just let me know.
Yes.
Go ahead and back slowly out of the
way. With your existence at this point, you do not wish to pass on.
It will happen when it should happen.
It's a very interesting stance for someone in your position.
Yes, well, you have many long-lived races. I just seem to be stuck in a long-lived space, and when the time comes, the time comes. I can't say I'm going to welcome with open arms, but really, who does?
I see. Well, if you are interested in passing, I may be able to help you with that.
Well, I think you guys have enough ahead of you. Let's save that for another time. How's that sound?
Sounds wonderful.
All right.
Is there anything we could bring you?
I don't know. If you come across any additional lambs, that would be great. My supply is running a little low.
There's just like a big pile of sweaters in the corner.
No, it's immaculately clean here.
That's nice. She keeps a good house. She'll make someone a good undead wife.
200-300 years, and she's just been keeping the big spots.
Yeah. Well, when you don't have anything better to do. You seem very kind. Here, take this in case you need it on your journey. And she puts a small black obsidian orb on the table in front of you, Kai. It's engraved in kind of a fashion that looks like a gate stone.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
I will pick it up.
Okay. You have a gate stone.
Does
This
that mean we have
may get you further in if you need it.
Nice. All right.
Fantastic.
So time to move on. Get the pecking order back in line.
It goes you.
No, it goes all of you, then Nivara, then me.
Okay. Well, in marching order, it goes me, then whoever wants to be take second.
Oh yeah, I can probably stop targeting her now.
And she has turned green.
Yay!
So, Arik moving into that next room?
Yes.
Okay.
Up to the threshold and being like, oh, that's a thing we have to kill.
This conversation does make me wonder if a fight was necessary in the armory.
Oh yeah, it was. That guy, we've been chasing him for a while.
Different person.
Oh, it was? I thought you said it was
Same.
the same one.
Nope, slightly different person.
Nope, not the Death Knight.
No, he
Okay,
needed
'cause-
he needed attacks. He tied me up, or he thought he did.
Yep. So,
No, we've had like 6 different encounters with a Death Knight that keeps teleporting once we get the upper hand.
To be
So-
fair, I'm not a fan of any who takes time to float.
oh, and you guys haven't properly killed him. But, entering into this area, this is a long and wide room that has 5 exits. 2 doors on the south wall, one of which that you just entered through. An alcove opening to the west, a curtain to the east. The final being a wooden ladder that runs up through the ceiling into the darkness above. A line of crates and barrels runs down the center of the chamber. That darkness above, Nivara, when you get up there, you'll notice that it's dark even for you, kind of an inky blackness.
Okay, so super dark vision doesn't help.
Correct.
I don't like this.
I don't like the sound of that. I
That's
will
even-
call attention to that once I see that.
I will draw a bow and point towards that darkness and peer really hard for the sign of any movement.
Let's investigate the room.
So basically, I'm holding an action to attack if something comes out of that darkness.
Okay.
I'm going to just, yeah, if everyone wants to keep an eye on what's happening in the ceiling, I'm going to start to look like may have been the contents of these containers.
Sure.
Back to curtains.
So between you and Nivara for investigation, you come through the crates finding 10 bolts of common cloth, 5 full cowhide leathers, 25 iron ingots, 25 steel ingots, a bundle of firewood, 50 pounds of charcoal, and 1 entire barrel, the one on the left, is filled with lamp oil.
I look over at Tahoe. So that's all lamp oil?
Correct.
I
That way.
Didn't tell us to stay away from the barrels?
I'm telling all of you to stay with the barrel. I'm telling Tahoe to come here.
yeah, I will go over there, but keep my eyes on the dark spot.
Okay.
What is it?
I'm still new to the whole blowing things up thing.
We all are.
If lit this, would it explode or just burn?
I mean, it would burn. It would stick to your skin and it would burn for a long time. Exploding, I mean, if it's under tight pressure, the barrel's pressurized, yeah, it can explode, but I mean, it wouldn't do very much except splash oil around and put stuff on fire.
Okay.
best bet would be to just take any empty vessels we have and just fill them with some oil for future Hydra events.
Which I do think we have empty potion bottles.
That is true.
Yeah. We have a lot of empty potion bottles. I also have the vials.
Problem, guys.
Nope, I don't. I forgot. They were also in the cart. Son of a...
Haven't we supposed to be in here?
If I ever leave the carts behind, somebody kick me if I don't take stuff with us next time.
Can I kick you anyway?
Yes. Because I didn't this time.
I'll just kick you in the shin now. For retroactively forgetting.
I'm gonna forget when I do it again. You'll have to do that again.
As we pass over that alcove on the south side, this field, whatever the square is.
That it does. What were you saying, Masaki?
I was about to say, does the darkness above us, does it look like it's more of a effect versus natural?
Not so much. Kind of neither, really.
Does it look like it's moving?
No.
I really don't.
Let's deal with what we've got on this level first, and then we'll worry about what's above us.
Okay, let's trade goods is what we got.
Anything in this alcove?
Just the door.
A question. Who all has used a potion out of their inventory since we've been in here?
I have not.
I've used 2 that I know of.
Okay, so then we got 2 little vials.
That's why I was asking, because if not, I'll put 2 vials of oil in my inventory for future Hydra issues.
What we have now is some thrown grenade-like weapons.
I'll check this door. Does it seem trapped?
It does not. Opens freely inward, but you can see that behind it, something has happened that has caused just basically that entire portion of the building to cave in and or has risen up the earth.
All right, so it's a dead
Is it
end,
loose?
essentially.
Is it loose dirt?
No, it's
Damn.
basically mountain rock.
It's okay,
Never
guys.
mind.
It takes hours.
All right, so essentially a cave.
Correct.
All right. So you said it was a curtain to the east and a tunnel to the west?
Yep.
And then a ladder up.
All right, so I'll check west and I'll let Misaki take east.
And that glowy thing, is that it goes up a level or is that something else?
That's the ladder up.
Okay.
I will stand by the ladder. please.
As you get that close to it, the ladder itself kind of curls and rolls up.
What the? Okay, let me.
Did you
real
grab
quick.
it?
No, because it's probably freaking wants you to grab it and then it eats you.
That might also, okay, I'd be metagaming here. But
It's a mimic.
About how large is the hole?
About man size.
We talking real men or tiny men?
Like arc size.
Okay.
The ladder, was it a wood ladder or was it a rope ladder?
It was a wooden ladder.
Okay. Good
Did
stuff.
I grab it?
For a second there, that sounded like a neat trick.
Oh my god, cat. Why do you come in here and then you yell at me to get out?
Because cat, dude. That's what cats do.
Oh no,
So-
it's Elixir Beast.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I am going to, now that happened, warn everybody, don't go near this ladder. It'll eat you. Or where the ladder used to be. Can I roll Arcana? to
Probably
determine
just
if I
some
know what
people
that
like
is?
us taking a nap.
Can I roll Arcana to see if
Yeah.
I know what that is?
Sure.
I like it less than a inexplicably clean area.
Really? Did it not accept that as a roll?
It did not.
Well, that's good, because that was a 2, so
Well, then we'll take it.
not much better, but 16. There you go.
You've heard that some mimics do the ladder routine.
Yeah, we should definitely avoid it. I am 100% positive that is a mimic. So I'm going to warn everybody, especially Kibble, not to touch it.
Do you want to check the tunnel or the curtain first?
Well, looks like you've got. Go ahead, Orc.
I would say since the tunnel's open, let's go to the already open space.
Yeah.
All right, let me just walk around this way.
All right, so I'll kind of poke my head up here to the corner and use super dark vision to see what's ahead of us.
Oh, thanks for standing in front of me, Rob.
No.
All right, in this room, this seems to be a L-shaped chamber, which has pairs of windows on the north walls and the western walls. The southern section of the room, wow, that's poorly written, I apologize. The southern section of the room is screened off with a barrier made of thin wood and canvas leather-like material. The northern section, which is what you can see, holds a long rack hung with suits of chainmail, helmets, swords, shields, several longbows and shortbows, and 3 quivers filled with arrows. Several large crates and barrels stand near the rack, along with a three-legged stool and a large anvil that rests near a small forge. The room has also seen a fire through it, though it seems to have been small enough or contained quickly enough not to have damaged much beyond leaving most of the room covered in a layer of blackened soot.
I can't help but notice a suspiciously familiar red thingy in the corner.
That's a forge.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to tell on this tiny screen. Sorry.
I will go ahead and step in. Can I check behind the partition?
Yep.
I'll follow right behind.
Moisturize me.
I mean, if there's a face, I'm getting the hell out of here.
So that southern area houses a comfortable bed, a chest of drawers, a small writing table bereft of anything beyond ash and cinder with a wooden chair next to it. A small, comfortable-looking armchair sits in the corner.
I'm guessing this is where Lady Niska sleeps, probably, so I'm going to not mess with it.
While you're there, go ahead and give me a perception check.
I was about to say, I want to search the rooms, see if there's anything worth keeping.
Since I'm not good at searching rooms, we'll be right back.
Yep. All looks to be fairly standard from where you're standing.
Okay, can I perceive?
I'm going to go ahead and back out of there.
If you want to scoot over there, sure.
Yeah, I would pop over. Get my character sheet out. Perception. Come on, dice. Ooh, 17.
That'll do it. So underneath the wooden chair seems to be a stone that's raised a little bit higher than the rest of those around it.
I am going to walk over and just sort of inspect it, but not touch it.
Okay.
Does it look like a trap trigger of some kind?
Give me an investigation check.
And it's a raised stone, so it's not good, whatever it is.
Oh, good. I'm not horrible at it. Woo, 21.
Does not seem to be a trap.
Okay.
But you do notice kind of like a finger hold space under one of the sides.
Put my finger in it.
Okay. Your finger slides in enough to where you can take grip of it. There is still a chair on top of it.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'll shoulder the chair out of the way and lift it.
All right. As you do, you find yourself staring into a wood-lined enclosure brimming with gold. 5,000 gold, to be specific.
I'm going to just, give a nice jackpot, guys. Found the hidden gold.
Before you touch any of that gold, is there water in that room?
You make it sound like my traps traumatize you guys.
There's a reason it sounds like that.
So, okay, yeah, I'll load that into our bag, what is quickly becoming too heavy, a bag of change.
Okay. So as you're pulling that out, you also find within the gold a golden necklace with 3 rubies that are held in a pair of golden hands, and a silver ring engraved with waves housing small sapphire gems.
Let's toss these over to Kibble, see if he detects any magic on them.
Yep, they're magic.
Awesome. Now we gotta figure out what they do.
You guys want to take 20?
Might as well. So if they're useful, I want to get them on now. I mean, the other option is somebody puts them on and hopes for the best.
Guys, we got some with jewelry.
Kedro,
Mhm.
you said this is a curtain on this side.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Using the head of my pole arm, I'm going to slide it to the side
Okay.
and then walk.
And pulling levers, telling you not to catch it.
Yeah. Well, after watching the ladder curl up, I just want to make sure the curtain doesn't try to eat my face.
It does not. So that room, the chamber behind the curtain is likewise an L-shaped chamber that bends to the right. There are a pair of windows on the opposite wall and to the left of the entry. Tiers of bunks rise along the walls. A plain wooden table, scarred with decades of use, stands amid in the center of the room, with a deck of cards laying neatly on the table. Hard chairs flank the table, and a bronze brazier can be seen above it, though currently unlit. Like the other room, this one is also covered in soot, and the furniture has an obvious look of once having been set aflame before being put out.
And you said there's a deck of cards on the table,
That is correct.
and the deck of cards does not look charred.
Does not.
I don't like this at all. Go around that way.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Are there footlockers or anything with the rest of the bunks?
There are, yes.
Start examining the footlockers.
Okay. So searching through those, collectively the trunks contain 3,000 silver pieces, several wrought silver rings and armbands decorated with various stones, along with a variety of dice, knives, and burnt spare clothing.
So the dice, the knives, leave the clothing.
Okay.
And now for the elephant in the center of the room.
Mhm.
All right, let's Arcana that.
With that, does not seem to be magical.
Let me arcana that. The historian gets involved. Did it really not?
Nope.
That was a.
Get good.
That was a 19 I rolled.
Does not seem to be magical. Likewise for Misaki, does not seem to be magical.
Oh, well.
Why are you afraid of those little pieces of paper?
Well, considering
Anybody that's ever studied magic knows to be afraid of a mysterious deck of cards.
well, especially
give him a
one that
shuffle.
is in a room that's been on fire that hasn't damaged
Obviously
the
doesn't.
cards.
Right, that obviously doesn't look.
Seen cards before, so he does not understand.
Yeah, exactly. Only the magic casters understand the danger of what we could have walked onto.
Well, here's the thing. Some of us are leaving the room and others are coming in to poke at it. So this is going to be interesting.
Kind of hanging back, observing.
Who's poking?
I believe Kai was poking.
Yeah.
Probably picked it up already.
Totally picked it up, gave it a shuffle.
Okay.
It's just a deck completely covered in arcane.
No, it's just a regular deck of king's cards.
You pick up the deck, you shuffle it.
I just terrible idea.
Now comes the hard part. Who's going to draw a card?
Is Kaizen going to cut and look to see what he cuts?
So, yeah. I shuffle, cut, draw.
You pull a joker.
As are you laughing or looking at it in red, or what's your reaction?
So yeah, I turn, I look at all you guys, and then my eyes start glowing blue.
Hey, why?
What is happening to you?
I think he's casting thaumaturgy, but no kind of hurt.
Okay, his eyes are glowing blue, and oh, that's what the undead are doing. So I'm going to draw my rapier and try and stab him. I'm too close for him to go undead on me. Fortunately, being a draw-ho move, I am going to have to roll disadvantage because I immediately cower back, stab wildly, and close my eyes.
Alrighty.
So here we go. Disadvantage. And see if it'll roll it. 13. Does that hit?
That does not.
Yeah. So at any point, you're welcome to stop me flailing wildly at you with a rapier.
You lunge at me. I sidestep and hold up the Joker so you impale the card.
Upon feeling something hit my rapier. Upon feeling something hit the rapier, I'm going to open my eyes and go, I got him!
And then I look at you. My eyes return to their normal color. I'm like, wow. The barbarian got it. Everybody else got it. You stabbed me. But nice thrust on card.
You could have been undead. And I'm going to walk away angrily blushing. Look, you pulled that move on Draho. He's not bright enough to get those jokes.
You have the highest intelligence of the party.
So
intelligence is not wisdom.
About this
This
point,
is true.
Kibble comes walking up, and he holds up the necklace, and he's like, "This is a periactive wound closure," and he holds up the ring. This is a ring of water walking.
Oh, what do you know? Ring of water walking. What was the other one? A necklace of
Periactive closure.
Yep.
That's a save death once a day thing.
Oh, well, that definitely has to stay with Kibble. I think we all know Kibble needs the keep from dying thing.
He shrugs and puts it on.
As long as Kibble doesn't pick up things that doesn't tell us he's picking up, right, Kibble?
I only pick up the things you tell me to,
So, who needs to walk on water?
which consequently is making me much more poor.
Don't worry, Kibble. I pay you well enough.
You stopped paying me a month ago,
Because you were skimming off the top of our loot.
which I can't do anymore.
So
Get back to town.
We will discuss this in town. If you want a pay raise, you've earned one.
Okay.
Kedro,
Yes.
we've found everything in the guard tower, and now there's the self-moving ladder in this room, correct?
There is that. You also guys didn't open any of the chests in the upper left room.
Oh, I thought they did that. Well, let's
Yeah, I
go.
thought that's what I did with the trip thing. So
No.
yeah, I'd open the chests next. I thought the trap thing was the only chest.
Okay.
But he doesn't want to pay me, so he has access to his entities again.
So, Ark, where do you want to be placed in that room?
I'll be by like the doorway we came in from.
Okay.
Because we're all very aware that the ladder is answered.
Okay. So, Draho's searching the chests? Or
Yep.
crates and barrels, I should say?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
All right. Let's see if I investigate well. Investigation. Yeah, natural 20. 24.
Oh, yeah. So you pop that first chest open, and you find
A bomb that goes off.
A
something
tongue.
close to that.
Oh, I'm joking. Oh. So I guess that means I'm in front of them.
So that's why you wanted to know my exact position.
Yep.
I have 2 shields. Why a partial? Oh, it's things. It's creatures. That.
Draho, I'm putting you in the same boat with Gibble. You're not allowed to touch anything anymore.
Guys,
I found the gold in the floor.
Nope, not touching anything anymore.
So with that, essentially what happens is you break open that first one, and then you hear a rustling from the other chests and barrels around as these undead just come smashing through them and kind of lunge in your direction. Everybody roll
and it's
initiative.
like Diablo 3.
Wonderful.
I'm not 100% positive about a couple of rappers.
Come on, baby. High initiative. Whew, not bad. Not bad. I need to disengage right
Oh,
quick
wait.
and in a hurry.
I get to roll it again.
Alrighty, Ark, what'd you get?
20.
Beautiful.
It is.
All right, everybody rolled?
Damn, Kaizen goes after me. Right? Yeah, damn.
Yeah, because I get to roll with advantage.
Okay. Top of the round is Ark.
Art, seeing that people are in danger and there's undead, he's going to go into a rage,
Okay.
and he's going to jump at the first 2 undead, and just sort of instinctually, with a swipe at them, and as he does, you see the long claws just kind of come out of his hands as he swipes to him.
Okay. So that is going to be Skillies 4 and 5.
1 each. Number 4, that is going to be 22 to hit.
You said 22?
22.
Yep, that'll hit.
Just for these, because I'm doing these attacks together. If only I was champion. That's the 26 hit.
Alrighty.
So the first one takes 10 damage, slashing.
Alrighty.
The other one takes 8.
All right. So you rake into the 2 of them, and as you do, you see kind of chunks of them fall away. But they still seem to be standing.
At which point, he's just sort of like looking at his own paws. And then and that's doing.
Alrighty. Draho.
Okay, so I can actually do this, and I think I'm outside of my own blast range.
That's always a good way to lead off the sentence.
I think I can do this without hurting myself.
How do I make it target people again?
Click once on you, and then left click on them. You were clicked onto the specter.
Yeah, that's what I was trying, but I couldn't see my line of contact.
It is there. It's just not showing up. That's odd.
That's fine, as long as I know it was working. So,
Probably an update with today's updates.
yeah, so I think I can hit all of the skeletons and the zombos, but not myself with a 10-foot range, right? 10-foot blast from my,
If you're blasting from the specter?
yeah, Spectre's the target point, so it's 10 feet in all directions around him, 2 spaces.
Boop, boop.
I think I can get all the undead plus Kaizen and possibly Ark.
Yep. So you'll hit everything in that room except for yourself.
Excellent. No need to disengage.
Real quick, what's the damage type on that? Is it fire?
It is force.
Okay.
So, you know.
Fine.
I'm sorry, friends, but panic wins in the end, and my panic response is boom.
You know, I can't help but feel there were implied air quotes on the word friends.
Alrighty, go ahead and make your roll.
Yep, let me see. I thought I had under abilities bursting arrow. There it is. So that does, yeah, it was 2d6 force once I hit. If I hit. If I don't hit, I don't do it.
Is there a save on that?
No, just everything in the area takes 2d6 force.
That's a bonus, because I really didn't want to have to roll that many saves.
No, that's why I'm going for this instead of trying to thorn one of them.
Just roll one save for all of them at once.
So now the real question. Nope, I'm not risking it. I'm just going to do a regular longbow attack, no sharpshooter.
Okay.
Not risking this.
I think that's a sound strategy. Also, to get this is a panic response time to shoot.
Or, since I get 2 attacks, I could just 2 sharpshooters and go for broke.
You could.
Why not? First roll. Oh, 19. Does that hit?
Yes, it does.
All right, I get the extra damage on it, and I'll use that one for my boom.
Okay.
If that didn't hit, I'd be very.
So here's a D8 plus. Did that right? Yep. So 17 plus another 2d6 force to everything, including the Spectre. And 4 more force damage to everyone.
So 4 damage force to everything?
Yes.
Alrighty.
That's 2 damage. Hey.
That was much more impressive back at lower levels.
That it was.
But I mean, still, it does a little bit of damage to everything in a 10-foot radius. That's pretty
That does
impressive.
drop skeleton 4.
I sucked it for you.
That's the goal. Well, if nothing else, everything's a little squishier now. And then attack 2.
Okay.
All right, that's a 16 on the Spectre.
Also hits.
All right. That does 21 damage.
All right.
Right.
Your arrow goes into it, comes out the other end, and the Spectre dissipates. As soon as I can find it.
Yeah,
So now, because I see no reason to hold back, action surge.
Okay.
Aim for the white.
Alrighty.
whoa, wait.
22.
I do believe that will hit.
I
Yes, it
hope. If that doesn't hit, I'm running from this combat.
will.
22 damage.
Very nice. A
Actual
good chunk
piercing.
of its spectral force kind of goes sloshing off to the side, but it is still standing.
Well, I get 1 more. Oh, 11.
That is a miss.
Okay, well, I can't be the best at everything.
This is true.
So that's that. And then bonus action, I don't have anything good for my action economy for bonus action, I believe,
Okay.
right now. So, yeah, that would be the end of that. So I'm going to sling my bow around my back, draw my rapier, and wait for hell to break loose.
All right. That'll bring us to Misaki.
Yeah, how far is it from where I'm at here up to them? It looks like
About 40 feet.
so you can put me behind.
Arc, and you can still hit that one.
Well, no, I can go to here,
Mhm.
and then
I have a feeling that Misaki's a very special player thing.
yeah, Misaki's going to do a clear thing.
Haha. I forgot we have a cleric now. I'm used to
Yeah.
fighting undead with a cleric. We've gotten so comfortable with having to deal with them old school.
Coming up, knocking out on one hand, I reach in the folds of my armor and pull out a silver emblem and thrust it up and start muttering a chant. throwing it up into the air in front of all the undead.
Okay. Let's see. You are level enough where that has the capacity to destroy undead.
Correct.
And what is your DC on that?
Let me pull up that sheet. Hopefully it's listed.
Same as your spell save.
Is it the same as my spell save?
Yep.
My spell save DC is 14.
Alrighty. Wisdom checks incoming.
Have fun.
Turn them like just a king.
Alright. Ghoul 1 is destroyed. Ghoul 2 makes his save.
Oh, ghouls. Oh, that is problematic.
Ghoul 3 makes his save.
Not being good at things. Dead things.
Ghoul 4 makes his save.
Hey, they're getting those good rolls out of the way now, so when it comes time for them to hit us, they roll badly.
Let's see. You said a 14 or a 15?
14.
14. Ghoul 5 makes his save. Skeleton 1 is destroyed.
Yay!
Skeleton 2 is destroyed.
Yay!
Skeleton 3 is destroyed.
I love how we're just talking about you not having to make a bunch of saving throws.
Skeleton 5 is destroyed. Ain't that the truth? Skeleton 6 is destroyed.
On white.
And the white is feared.
Yay. He's hiding in the corner.
That is right.
That
Yeah,
works
you
for
took
me.
all the skeletons. You must have really had a.
All right. Any other action on your turn? Bonus action.
No bonus actions.
Okay. That moves us to ghouls. So let's go ahead and scoot them to where it's easy. Kaizen, if you want, you can go ahead and make a opportunity attack against Ghoul 5 as it moves in and out of your threat range.
Oh, they were very much attack damage.
13 will hit.
Oh, okay, good. That makes me a little more comfortable.
For minimum damage.
What's the extra die there for?
I get to reroll ones.
Ah, that is true. Okay. Any smite on
Wow.
top of that?
Yeah, we'll do that. I like that.
All right. 12 is 18. And you crush that ghoul. Okay. So what we end up seeing happening is Misaki brandishes that holy symbol. A bunch of skeletons, a couple ghouls just immediately turn to ash. 3 other ghouls make their moves towards both Draho and Kaizen. And let's see what happens. So we have Ghoul 2 and 4 on Draho.
21 AC.
Will miss. So that makes Ghoul 3 on Kaizen. Will also miss. Then Ghoul 4
This is right where I didn't want to be.
on Draho. That is also a miss. Moves us to Kibble, who will fire off at Ghoul number 2.
Kibble, protect me.
Oh, he's trying. Because you're right next to it.
With the manager.
Does hit.
He wants paid. You've got the money.
Destroy. I'm the financier.
All right. Does a minimal amount of damage to the ghouls, but does
Would have
hit.
been better if he
That
had
brings
his
us to
freaking
Kaizen.
magical bow that I spent so much money on.
We'll just steal something again. Fine.
All right, Kai, what you doing?
I am probably going to smack this white upside his fat head.
Okay.
But before that, I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Searing Smite.
Good plan.
Got
If
real
I were on a multi-class draw hoe, this would be
That's
a
a
right
crit.
spot.
Nice.
All right, so
I like it.
And that white is down.
I. So you saying that he got whitey down?
Something like that.
They don't get much better, folks.
Yeah, that's the sad part.
Sure they do.
He
They,
does.
they get better in the ways of doors nailed to walls.
You watch your face, sir.
Now, I believe you have, yep, looking like
Yep.
Ghoul 3.
yep.
Okay. That is a hit. And a goodly amount of damage. Any additional smite on there? Yeah, there it is. Ghoul 3 down. As you cleave into him, he just kind of bisects. Okay, any
Jeez.
additional movement? All right.
Look at me!
That'll bring us to Nivara.
Right, go ahead and we'll do an Eldritch Blast volley.
Okay.
I don't know why that rolled twice. Alright, so it's 2 hits.
Because you're also targeted on yourself.
Oh, okay.
You are now no longer targeted on yourself. So let's take away that.
One for you and one for me.
Plot which is I'm taking myself.
I don't know how that happened, but okay.
Bonus that did destroy ghoul number 2. So your Lance of Force pops out, takes its head correct and clean off.
Okay. Can I see the other one from here, or am I going to have to move?
It'll have partial cover, though I think if you move forward, yep, that'll work.
Alright, so second attack.
That'll hit. That will damage nicely. That will hit. That will damage nicely. And that will hit.
No, I don't think that one made it in.
And for max damage on that one, destroys that ghoul as well. So several more lances fire out from your fingertips, connecting into that ghoul and turning it into dust.
Oh, pitched it.
And within a single round, you defeated all of those enemies.
Kind of upset I used so much of my special
All right,
things
everybody,
as a fighter.
slap hands! Slap hands!
I do that, but I'm still raging who does bonus hit.
So, if I were to multi-class draw hoe, this would be around the time I would start asking questions about Misaki's god and how to join the church. I feel like this is, if anywhere, this is where he would have a religious experience.
That was actually
Excuse me, sir. Have you heard about our Lord and Savior Azuth?
after
Try-
that happens,
try-
I kind of put the hammer down.
Try your father, Lord Carillion.
Look at my hands.
No. Draw hoe's a devout agnostic.
Okay, so after the combat and my rage subsides, look down at my hands.
So you have heard of AO. I have a pamphlet here somewhere.
Go ahead, Ark.
I look down at my hands after the combat and after the rage has left me, and I put the claws back at them. Just kind of take a look at them.
Yeah. So what you guys see is Ark's hands are functionally tipped in bear claws.
Ugh.
Track.
Is that a new thing that you can do?
Yes, it is.
Peasants are so weird. You evolve on a whim.
I kind of just grip my little silver ticket, grit, nod, grab my hammer back up and go, so I think we have to go up, and there's something in the way.
Oh, we have to go
mimic.
up in the pyramid, but I'm assuming that's a separate structure from this.
But this is supposedly connected to the pyramid, and this is the way through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the guard tower that lets you get into the pyramid, I believe.
All right. Well, I
You're
guess
saying we have to take on a mimic to get further up, right?
that is what it sounds like.
All right, if you guys want to pick a place that not be attached to a mimic, and then maybe shoot it so it comes to attack.
I, being the brave man that I am.
Hey, maybe wait for people to position themselves before you decide to do it.
I'm not doing anything yet. I'm getting myself in position. Actually, this is a nice little cubby hole that no one looks in.
And
as
people are getting in position, you see Kibble kind of move towards underneath, pull out some rations, and toss it up into the hole.
Oh, right. We can just beat them and sometimes go with it.
You hear some kind of chewing sounds, and the ladder comes back down.
Okay, so
So if we crawl up there and crawl through, does that mean we end up coming out its butt?
Possibly.
So Ark, why don't you go first and make sure it's safe on the other side?
All back on my back. We're all gonna go up. Your company can just make noise and we'll give you more food, okay? I start going up.
All right.
If it lets me.
As you go up the ladder, you see that inky blackness kind of retract back, but the ladder stays in place.
I don't like that either.
Does allow you up onto the roof of this space.
All right, and as soon as I get to the top, I will extend my claws and look around. I just think I get to some platform, right?
Yep. So you're out into the open air.
Okay. Again, as soon as I get to the top, I let up my claws to kind of keep there. I'm like, okay, guys, probably want to make this quick.
Everybody going up?
Yep. I'll go up last like usual.
Okay.
Once everyone's up, I put the claws away. I really like this.
Okay. So as you guys get to the top, Kibble tosses it some more rations. It chews on them nicely and then kind of moves itself back over to the top of that hole.
Okay, guys, doing business with you. Okay, so now what do we do?
So from there, looking up the pyramid, aside from a single set of stairs, the pyramid seems to be smooth from all other viewable angles. Those stairs lead up the side to a raised dais at the top that's topped with a stone pergola. Though from here, you can barely make out shapes wandering about the area.
So there is motion.
There is motion.
Kedro, as we're standing here, I'm going to do a 360 and just survey the open air and what's below us.
Yep. So functionally, you can see basically the western, eastern, and southern portion of the cavern that you guys were in. The couple buildings that were not rubble that you were able to get into. Beyond that, it's there. You see streaks of kind of black that have just kind of gone over various different portions of the area. It's not one big uniform kind of char mark, but a variety of strafe runs.
Got it. And nothing in the air.
Not currently.
I don't like that last one.
That's just how he
Very
likes.
carefully worded.
Okay. So let's cautiously continue upward, I guess.
All right. So climbing the stairs, those shapes become clearer, and you can make out them more distinctly as humanoid figures wearing black garb, brandishing odd curved blades, and wearing blackened masks that almost look like a dragon. Along with this, you notice a few odd-looking figures. They seem almost like dragonborn, but they're more hunched. They seem to have large tails and large leathery dragon wings. You make out one of the masked figures looking at one of the dragons and then looking down to you, and it says, "See to the intruders. We must complete the ritual or the masked master will be displeased. We'll seal off the entrance." And all the black-robed figures go running towards the northwest end of the dais.
How much distance between us and them?
Let's pop the map up and you guys can see. Boop.
I have a fun idea.
Make sure that's in space correctly. There we go. And share sheet.
Oh, I have a very fun idea.
Alrighty. Everything should be showing at this point. Do you guys see that?
Yes.
See
Perfect.
things.
So, what you're seeing, the kind of gray slate to either side of the stairs is that smooth portion of the pyramid. Basically, it's fairly steep, fairly smooth, probably not decent walking surface. You have the stairwell up to that top dais, at which point you have 4 large dragon-looking statues with wings. Behind the first 2 statues are kind of brown dragonborn with large leathery wings. And then further up, which is a bit rougher to see by an altar between the 2 stone statues back up there, is one that's red, wearing kind of robes. Another one that's an even deeper red that's wearing kind of full plate armor and has a shield that's got spiky bits coming out from the front of it. And then a third one that's blue in color, also wearing armor.
Okay.
So with that, go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
Get my
1.
initiative.
22.
You had to one up.
All right, 12. About,
It's okay. Next level,
about
like
average.
And Kibble's going last.
That could be a good thing.
yeah, especially since he likes to do better damage when he's 8.
So, that will start then with Misaki.
Yeah. It's left click and then what to find distance?
Then left click once on your character, then left click while holding down control on the enemy pog.
Hogs.
Oh, so we got 80 feet to get to the nearest one.
Yep.
Well, damn. Isn't that fun, kids?
Not really.
Resistant to it, but I do believe a certain spell that you have has 120 foot range.
I was trying to figure, is it 120 foot on that?
Which one?
I'm assuming he's referring to Fireball.
I'm
fairly certain that is correct.
Oh, you just gotta look better than me. Oh, you and your 10-foot 2d6. How about this?
Actually, 150 feet.
Oh, well then.
but resistant to it. But that's okay.
Well then, that's what we're doing.
Okay. Where are you firing that off to?
Right in the middle of the three in the back.
Okay, perfect. So the leader, the red, and the blue. And those are dex saves. That was different. So 15 on the blue. 16 on the leader. And 16 also on the red.
Okay, so DC is 14, so they've made their DC, so they're going to be taking what, half damage, I take it then?
Correct.
All right, here comes the damage.
Ooh, please tell me.
I have a feeling. Okay, yep, partially resisted, that's appropriate. 29 is going to hop down to 14, which, what the fire resist would go down to a total of 7. All right, so the fireball lands in between the three of them, kind of blowing the statues aside. They, however, stride confidently forward through the flame.
Oh.
Yeah. Ketty, I love you.
Out of curiosity, do they appear to be carrying any sort of ranged weaponry?
Let's double check. So the red one looks to be holding a staff. The blue one is carrying a long sword, short sword, and heavy crossbow. The leader, likewise, long sword, short sword, heavy crossbow. And then the brown ones have a scimitar and a dagger.
All right.
I like those ones.
All right. Any movement, any bonus action?
I don't like being clustered this close together.
Okay.
My first thing is much big.
If I can get it to grab my token and not the map.
Oh, very much enjoy that struggle.
Easiest thing to do with that, scroll in on the map so your token's just a little bit bigger.
Got it.
What I usually do is just use the arrow keys to move once my target thing is selected.
Also true. All right, all set?
Yeah, go ahead and eat me.
Okay.
I know it's coming.
That'll bring us to Ark.
Okay. Ark is going to rage
Okay.
and move 40. movement speed.
Ooh.
You cut out there. I heard 40.
40 feet forward.
Okay. Anything beyond that?
How close am I to the brown ones?
45 feet.
Okay. Well, this will be a disadvantage. That's okay. I'm going to go ahead and throw a javelin
Okay.
at the one you have targeted at.
Sounds good.
Natural 20.
Very nice.
Get you reckless, that one. Oh, wow. 13 damage.
Alrighty.
Is he still alive?
He is.
Attack. That is not a natural 20. That is going to be a 12. Which I'm guessing misses.
That it does.
Okay. At which point I'm going to extend my claws and just go, come on!
Okay. That will then bring us to the Baz's turn. They take flight.
Hey, remember that word? Gets? Or whatever it was? Currently. I think that was the word.
Yeah.
And land in right next to you.
Oh, they landed. Okay, cool. Well, that sort of gets rid of the one special plan I was doing. Okay.
Kind of wish I hadn't wasted that action surge now.
All right. Hit with the scimitar, miss with the dagger.
That is with my current AC of what should be 18.
Correct.
Okay, just checking.
Okay. And let's see. So that would do 9 damage. Let's validate that it did. Yes, it did partially resist. So you have taken a total of 4.
So the range thingy is working.
It is. We move on to Baz 2, doing the same thing. The, again, scimitar will hit, the dagger will not. For a total of 6, so that's a 3, brings you, yep, to 7. Perfect. And that moves us to Nivara.
All right.
Would I have gotten an attack of op as Baz 1 flew into us?
Yes, you would.
Hey.
Go ahead and take your attack of op, and then I'll do my.
Yeah. Kara, does it have Baz 1 selected?
There you go.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. That is a miss.
Okay.
All right, Nivara.
All right. Nivara is going to take flight.
Okay.
We're going to take the battle to the skies now. Like a dogfight.
So let's see here. 5, 10, 15, 20. So she's gonna like fly here,
Okay.
but like kind of diagonally up.
Mm-hmm.
So like 60 feet off the ground, sort of like up at a diagonal.
Functionally, with the way that the pyramid is built, that's kind of the same.
Okay, so I want to be like 60 feet above the pyramid and then forward.
Okay, so you want to back up basically a little bit because you'd be angled more that way than that way. That'll work.
All right.
And
And yeah, I can't do anything else, so I don't have any bonus actions.
then, okay. So we move to Baz Blue. Who will set there and move into dodge, which moves us to Kaizen.
All right. Come on, select token. And now the maiming shall begin. I have moved. I will take a bonus action. And I think I will cast Searing Smite.
All right.
A classic choice.
It is a classic choice.
Hey, it works.
Mm-hmm. And now, face poundings. Ah, no, that's not what I wanted. He really only takes... There, fire damage.
Let's see. So the 2d6 is the fire damage?
Yep.
Then why would your first set not be correct? 2d6 plus a d10? Plus 4?
Kai, is your mic on?
Yeah, no, now it is. I'm just fighting with my own character sheet. So, no, it is correct.
Okay.
You're right.
And then he takes half the fire damage, so 9 it gets reduced by 4, so that brings him to that. Alrighty. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna pommel strike the fool.
Okay. Wasn't your bonus action your Searing Smite?
Oh, you're right.
But you are 5th. Have you done your second attack?
I have not done my second attack.
That'll work.
Okay. So then we'll just do that. Bam.
All right. 15. That did add. Perfect. All right. That's end of action economy, yes?
See.
Okay. So you strike into it. It takes those wounds. Does not look to be sitting very pretty at the moment. That does bring us to Draho.
I dislike that this map is so big because my target is currently on the opposite end of it. Is that actually 130 feet to get up there?
It is.
Okay. Well, I mean, pretty much anything's within my range. I just want to know if I have to arc the shot to get to it.
You do, because it is a pyramid. But you are a sharpshooter, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So quarter and half cover don't mean to me.
Yep.
And your range is insane.
Yep.
That's all. I wanted to make sure it wasn't like triple what it says, because I'm like 130. That's well within my range. I don't have to get closer. So we're gonna aim for Boz leader.
Okay.
And let me get
We'll see.
and I'm going to, you know what? Go big or go home. Woo! 24.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right. So let's do my 1d8 plus 15. It's 20 damage. And, because there's no better chance than now, I'm going to thorn him. Let me go to my notes and erase that I no longer have any arcane shots left.
Okay.
And it does, if I remember correctly, grasping arrow, 2d6 poison, reduced movement by 10 feet, and if you don't waste his action or someone else wastes their action removing it, it's 2d6 slashing whenever he moves.
Yep.
Okay, wanted to make sure I remembered that correct. So here's his 2d6 poison. Boom, 6 poison.
All right, that brings him up to that. Alrighty.
And now he's covered in a magnificent weave of beautiful dark blue roses
That he is.
with super sharp thorns.
Alrighty. Is that everything?
And second attack.
Okay.
Got it.
No meat left.
Can't wait till next level when I get another arcane shot option.
Hell yeah.
22.
Does hit.
It's a hit. So that'll just be regular because I can't do it again. But 16 damage. Even at minimum, I do more than most people's maximum.
Very true. All right. So he's got a pair of arrows sticking out of him and is covered in sharp, spiky, viney thorns.
Yeah, blue roses all over the place.
At which point, it is his turn. You see him kind of take his claws and rend the vines from him.
All right, that's strength, I believe.
Yep.
Guy and I are going to have a conversation about who's allowed to have claws.
Which, that's a 20. He then...
What if I said that my save was a 21? Would you believe me?
No, that was a 20 on the die.
So you would believe me?
I'd believe you, maybe.
I mean,
and then I'd look at it later.
He tell you what the guy's strength modifier was.
But then he picks up his weapon and shield and comes dashing forward.
Oh, that guy!
Like
that guy now.
blinding speed.
Yeah.
Well, I think I found my. Oh yeah, okay.
Are you sure he's a Baz and not a hedgehog?
This one, yes. That at this point, Ark, Misaki, and Kai, go ahead and give me dexterity saving throws.
Oh no!
Okay.
That is why I am staying in the back.
Natural 20 for a total of 8.
Okay. So this is fire. So Kai, you'll take half. Ark, you'll take quarter. And Misaki will take the full 27.
Oh.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know exactly who I'm having a very particular problem with.
And what you see is it gets to that space, is it just gouts flame in front of it. Kai, did you already add the damage?
I did.
Okay. That's what I was thinking.
What, because I cannot see my own character sheets. What is my current boots?
Currently, you are only down 12. That ends Baz Leader's turn. And we move to Red Baz, who will scoot forward just a smidge. And then aim at Draho.
Yeah.
You're like, that's fair.
I did just do some pretty ridiculous damage.
You also did some gardening, which I think is like the principle.
Yeah, but I'm kind of upset because this is the first time anyone's actually removed my thorns before they died.
Gotta have eventually.
Well, I mean, you picked one that wasn't a complete idiot this time.
That is fair.
Like an ogre.
Yep.
But at least he wasted one of his actions on it.
Yeah, and then he decided to breathe on us.
I know,
That was a
right.
bonus action.
You
No, he
see
could have had an
3
action.
magic missiles streak out towards Draho for a total of 12
Oh,
damage.
caster nummy.
I am. Ooh. I'm taking freaking magic initiate to get shield. I'm done with magic missiles.
That brings us to Kibble's turn.
Shield not like that. I will not stop.
With a critical.
Ooh, good job, Kibble. Earn your paycheck.
All right. Who fires off into Baz number 2, shoots him in the eye, and puts him down.
Yeah.
Kibble secretly thinking to himself, no one else is allowed to be stealing.
More of a, oh, I wish I had wings.
One day, Kibble will get you wings. But then you'll probably pick up a gold coin, drown, and lose them.
True. That brings us back to the top of the round. Misaki.
That kind of hurt.
And it's fire, so you have conflicting feelings.
What was that?
I said it knew it's fire, so you have so much feelings about that.
Yeah. I am conflicted because there's two things I want to do. One of them is healing myself.
I would go with that, honestly.
Am I the? Well, no, both of you guys took it. Also, where is
Nope,
it?
I.
Right, but if I'm to maximize my healing, I might as well use my group healing, which will get you and Kai as well.
I mean, that's also cool.
So
I enjoys tasty hit points.
I mean, bringing me up to full is definitely a good way to help me keep dying.
Prayer of Healing is a 10-minute cast time. Just
That is
Is
that.
it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's basically a, hey, we're about to roll like hit dice. So
Doesn't it suck? I do that all the time as a cleric. I always forget that one's a 10 minute.
yeah, okay. So
cure wound yourself.
wrong button. Cure wounds. Where you at? Come here. So, yeah.
Alrighty. So that leaves you still with 20 damage and wounds.
Yeah. And I really don't have bonus actions. But I can move. But if I move away from that boss, you'll get an attack of op.
That is true.
You guys, kill that blue guy.
Oh, that one? That's mine. Like, you can think the rest of the battle. This one.
All right, is that it?
Yeah, that's got to be it.
Alrighty, Ark.
You're going to have to remind me as I pull out that lich mace, and I'll go with the Dwarven shield.
Okay.
Which, yeah. What is the damage die on the mace?
D6.
Plus the D of 8, right?
Correct.
Where the hell are they? Okay. Give me a
So
second.
with that shield, what does that bring your armor up to?
Let's see. It was 18 with torque and the new thing, right?
Yep.
21. Let's see if I can't find my dice.
Alrighty.
Okay. And as a bonus action, I'm going to shift, which brings it to 22.
Okay.
Because this is the time to do that, apparently. And I'm going to recklessly attack Mr. Blue Guy there.
Okay.
But before I do that, I'm going to go, that was a bad decision. If only I was a champion. I said 26.
Oh, let me double check on that. Yeah, that'll just hit.
I don't appreciate the darkness. That laugh's also a little scary. So that's D of 6 regular, D of 8 necrotic, right?
Correct.
Okay, so regular, as it matters, is going to be 8 damage. The necrotic is 1. Second attack, same guy.
And you added your 1 plus your strength?
The regular was 3 plus my strength modifier plus my rage.
Mm-hmm. Which is a total of what?
Or to the necrotic as well?
In total. So you have D6, D8 plus strength plus rage plus 1 because it's a +1 weapon.
Oh, no, I'm incorporating the +1 to the calculation for.
Okay,
Wait.
so in total, all of that is 10?
Actually, no, that is an additional 1. That's right.
So 11. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Oop.
Yeah, Baz Leader, take that.
All right, and then second attack against that dude is going to be a 24.
That will also, at the moment, just hit.
Please stop saying things like that. It makes me 15 damage.
Okay.
Guys, I'm very fluffy right now.
You'd think he was not doing too well, but he's wearing his red scales today.
I don't know what that means. I'm not an actress, like someone who, which I definitely don't, because my friends are in danger.
All right, is that it?
That is what I'm going to guess.
Okay, that'll bring us to Brown Baz, which will attack with a scimitar and dagger, and will not hit Ark, which will bring us to Nivara.
I am very fluffy.
All right. So from my position in the air, which one of these people looks like they're the least armored?
That is going to be the red boss at the top left.
All right. I'm going to Ice Lance him.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Action.
And if I recall correctly, that is a con save.
Assuming that I hit, which I'm going to inspiration that.
Good plan. Natural 1. Gotta love it. All right, that will hit. Versus natural 20.
All right, so 10 damage.
All right, so your lance fires off at it, seems to lose a little mass in the air for some reason, hits it, and then shatters.
All right, and let's see, I'll kind of... 2, 3, 4. I guess I will head... I want to get out of the air, but I don't want to land really close to something. I guess I'll go over here, away from the blue guy.
Okay. All right, so that'll bring us to the blue guy. Which you
We should hands. We're friends now.
45 feet. Which will bring him to there. He will, at that point, breathe a gout of flame in your direction. Go ahead and do a dexterity save.
Right.
7. All right, that will not pass. So with a gout of flame coming from his mouth, you end up taking 25 points of damage.
All right, I'm going to Tomb of Levistus that, so that'll soak the whole thing. I'll have 10 temp HP left over.
All right.
That is not factoring that it takes double damage from fire.
Oh, because I get 60 temp HP and 25 doubled is 50, so that leaves me 10.
Okay, fair enough.
All righty.
That is a lot of HP.
That is the Baz's turn, so that will bring us to Kaizen.
Oh, yeah, I kind of forgot to do that.
Right? So the red one in the back is the finger wiggler.
Mm-hmm.
That's inappropriate.
You
Kedro,
should see what I'm about to do to this guy.
Yes'm.
I should mention that I got 14 temporary hit points.
14? Okay.
So, Misty Step is a bonus action, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
So I am going to Misty Step 30 feet, move 30 feet,
Okay.
and then I'm going to bust this dude in his jaw.
Alrighty.
I like your styles.
All right. As you go to fire in that hit, you see him wave his hand, and a arcane shield pops up, negating said hit.
It's all right. I got another one.
Okay. Rebounds off that shield yet again.
At least that's one less slot to attack us with.
That is true.
And I'm good.
All right. That'll bring us to Draho.
Well, since he's shielded, it's pointless to aim at him because I was going to take him out. So I'll continue shooting at the leader.
Okay.
Let me get my character sheet out. And 2 good shots. Natural 20. If only I had another arcane shot. No, you undead bastards.
At this point, I'm not sure that's going to be next. Also, please don't explode the cleric.
So that'd be 25 damage.
Which does kill the leader.
Woot!
Care to
Mean I got
describe how he
one more.
dies?
Yeah, I do my usual, knock an arrow, place one between my teeth, draw, deep breath, exhale, and at the end of the exhale, I release an arrow that lands dead center into his throat. Like dead center throat, he starts choking and slowly gurgling on blood as he dies. I
All
want
right.
it painful. And in his eyes, I see him give me a look that says, "Why?" But it comes out as,
I mean, that's draconic for why.
And for your second shot.
the second shot. I mean,
that's
I
right.
kind of just want to hang my hat on that one and say I'm done, but I will aim for Brown Baz because I don't know. Can I hit Blue Baz, or is he around where I can't see him?
No, he's at the edge of the dais, which basically takes away any cover, not that you care.
Yeah, okay, then I'm going to shoot at him. I just want to make sure he wasn't where I couldn't see him.
Yep.
Okay, give him my next shot. Whoa, that rolled twice for some reason.
That's okay. Either one would have missed.
Okay, that's all then. Yeah, okay, well, that's all I can do there.
Okay.
So I'm going to continue to stand here.
Okay. So, Red Baz. 30 feet. That is beautiful. Steps there. And we'll aim at both Kaizen and Naivara.
Uh-oh.
And both of you go ahead and give me a dexterity save yet again.
I don't know what
Does
all
casting
this
in
stuff
melee
is.
range give you an attack of opportunity?
Only if it's a attack
Or
roll
cast
type
it.
spell.
And I think there's a feat that lets you do that too.
Yep.
I think that's Mage Killer. Whatever it is.
Yeah,
Mage Killer. Which goes
Also-
great with Polar
Also,
Master.
spells, which it's sorcery. He's begging for it. Great German.
Oh, okay. Apparently that doesn't affect my ability to take a dex save. That's weird.
Yep, isn't it?
It seems like that would be included in
Right.
being entombed in ice, but okay.
Oh,
All
let me
right.
just-
So it places its hands before itself, and out gouts a long stream of lightning going through both Kai and Navara. Total damage is 28. Navara, you'll take half of that.
You are considered incapacitated while you're in it.
Oh, does that mean I have...
I think you automatically fail them.
Double checking.
Good question.
Consult the Book of Armaments.
It says I can't take actions or reactions for incapacitated.
Yep, that is correct.
You were good.
All right.
Says nothing about deck saves, which is weird as hell.
I think it's because it read cover, so like that kind of helps.
So let's see.
You know,
Did that correctly to Kaizen and Naivara.
I should end up with 4.
4 after the temp HP goes away. Yep, perfect. All right. Then with that, moves us on to Kibble's turn. Kibble will go after Brown Baz. Not a crit, but definitely a hit. For a decent amount of damage. Alrighty. Which brings us back to Misaki.
Okay. Just the brown baz in front.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel from that one dude trying to cack me again, so we're just going to hit the brown baz.
Alrighty.
And I think I'm still targeted on him.
Yep. That will hit. For a decent amount of damage. Mm-hmm.
is it decent enough?
Any bonus action or movement that you'd like to take?
Any movement, it's going to grab attack up.
That is true.
So I'll probably just sit here.
Okay. That will then bring us back to Ark.
Oh, gee, I have so many very nuanced things I do. Reckless attack. That's going to be 25.
That will definitely hit the Brown Baz.
That is going to be 18 damage.
Okay.
Is he still up?
He is.
Oh, well, sucks to be him. Reckless attack, too.
Alrighty.
That's going to be a 18 to hit.
Still hits.
13 damage.
2. All right. He is still standing. Does
The
look
aud-
fairly weak.
The audacity. Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay.
Actually, no. Yeah. I will move to where I am flanking him from the top.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah.
Alrighty. With his turn, you see him pull out a similar looking obsidian stone that was given to Kai, crush it in his hand, and he vanishes.
Wow, one of the peons just took off with the loot. Oh, I respect him on a sick level.
Which will then bring us to Naivara.
I think
All
that
right. So I'm gonna go ahead and take flight
Okay.
and kind of like fly over top of this guy
Mm-hmm.
and
Boop
pepper
on.
him with a bunch of Eldritch Blasts on the way.
Alrighty.
Thought you were gonna pigeon him.
Well, technically.
in a way.
Alright, that'll miss. That'll miss. That'll hit. And that'll miss.
Oh, that would have been so cool.
Watch still end up killing him.
And that was on the red Baz, correct?
Yeah.
Yep, looks like it
The red bass.
did get it. Perfect. Okay. That is action, bonus, movement, nothing else. Perfect. Oop. Turns us back to Blue Baz. His fire breath does not recharge. He
Finally.
likewise pulls out same sort of crystal, crushes it, vanishes.
I feel like this fight is quickly going to devolve into everyone running from us because they know what we are.
And that now brings us to Kaizen.
Superior.
Finish him. Finish him.
So Kaizen's going to cast a spell. He's going to use his bonus action to cast Ensnaring Strike.
Okay.
And we'll see if we can pin this dude down.
Nice.
That will hit.
And he needs to make a strength saving throw.
Alrighty, on the red baz. Strength saving throw of 21.
Some bitch. Well, I tried.
Okay.
Beefy cat.
But did take that nice 14 damage.
Let's see. I have to look. And
8 more for the Divine Smite. Okay. That'll be a miss.
Bum, 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 bum. Did our
Let me-
inspiration refresh?
Does every game. Should be listed there at the top.
Oh, yeah, then I will inspiration that.
Okay. That's much better. That'll hit. For another 11. Any Divine Smite on that?
Why not?
And that will take out the red baz.
At this point, the fight's over. We're just trying to keep him from escaping.
And then Kai fall.
Good job, everybody.
What
Okay.
happened to Kai? Because that was broken.
So,
It's over.
as the red baz falls, you hear and then feel a deep rumbling within the mountain. The whole pyramid itself as a structure shakes beneath your feet, save for Naivara, who's in the air. And you can see a great plume of smoke and dust rise from the spiral staircase in the north east corner of the pyramid.
That's my dear lady. Was it right?
Aside from that, here you find yourself at the top is a disheveled pile of rubble that was once the spiral staircase, now smoking in the northeast corner. Central to the space are 4 stone statues of dragonborn-like creatures with wings, 2 of which are flanking the raised altar, which have been toppled over, and the other 2 down towards the stairwell entrance. A well flows with water to the west of the altar, was once more than likely used for ceremony, and a giant barrel sits in the northwest corner. Up here, the air seems to feel a bit thinner, and now with the stairwell destroyed, a bit smokier as well.
Does the building feel like it's going to start collapsing under us at any moment?
It does not. After that initial rumble, the loud bang, the crash of that stairwell seems to have subsided.
Okay, then I want to, first things first, what's in the barrel?
As you open that up, what are you pouring it into, or are you just letting it on the ground?
I'm going to let it go on the ground. I'm not about to drink random stuff that dragons are drinking.
Alrighty. So as it pours out, it just seems to be kind of stagnated water that's sat in that barrel too long.
All right, I'm going to close it up before a fly gives me West Nile.
Okay.
What's in the bodies? The ones
Yes. Yeah.
Checking the bodies.
Yep. As I'm coming up the stairs with Ark, inspecting the bodies as we come up.
Okay. On the bodies. Nope.
We got the boss, a brown, and a red.
parses.
One, the other 2, the other 3 should have those transport gems on them. Looks like they were prepared.
What you find are 2 books. One seems to be a dusty old prayer book. A second seems to be a black snakeskin spell book. And the weapon on the leader looks to have a vicious edge to it.
It's a sword.
Does it appear magical by nature?
It does.
Gee.
Arcana to know what it is?
You'd think it's pretty vicious.
It's a vicious sword.
I picked up on that.
All right. Those
So
are
what's
now
that
in your
focus?
parcel section as well.
Parcel
Is that
section.
like a long sword or an axe?
Longsword.
Okay.
Oddly, you don't find any of those other gate stones.
Oh, looks like these guys weren't planning on escaping.
Or the GM realized didn't expect us to kill so many.
Oh,
Doesn't
no.
want to give us too many.
Fully expected you to kill them all.
So there was one brown one, and who was the other one who disappeared?
Blue.
Yep, the blue one disappeared, so that gave you a brown, a deep
blue.
red, kind of crimson, and the blue one. No, the blue one disappeared, so the red one, the caster.
Oh,
The red, the boss, and a brown.
Yep.
So, all right, that sounds good. I mean, we're going to have to figure out what that sword does and who needs it. I don't want it.
In 10 minutes.
Unless it's a dex weapon.
Take the long sword soon. Oh,
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Unless it's a dex weapon, I don't need it.
once it's identified, I know what it does. When you roll a 20 on your attack roll with this magic weapon, the target takes an extra 7 damage this time.
Huh.
So, I think the only people who can use it in the current group are you, myself, and Kaizan. But I think Kaizan's to his warning blade, so I'll add this to my ever-growing arsenal.
Yeah, we'll figure out something for it.
Does when Kaizan fell over, is he like getting up? Is he bleeding out? Or was he just exhausted?
Kaizen falls over almost uniformly because his armor's partially welded together.
Why?
Because he took a lightning bolt to the face.
Why?
Because that's what
I don't think
happens when you
it's so like
face
he
tank a
could've
wizard.
it.
Well, I mean, I managed to walk out of the fight unharmed. Why couldn't you guys?
And then he touches himself. He feels a little better. And he kind of wiggles around until his armor starts to move again. And then he sits up.
That hurt.
Lost Dragon Boltman, red scales, right?
Correct. So the boss one was a deeper crimson. The red was kind of a lighter reddish pink.
Yes, they have a name for that color. It's called pink.
Yeah, I was just about to
Reddish
say,
pink.
just call it pink. Salmon is about the closest you can get from not pink.
There you go. He was salmon. Definitely salmon.
Why are we here? That's life's great mysteries, isn't it?
We were supposed to be checking on some type of magical widget to make sure.
That's what I
fiddled
wanted.
with.
I mean, is it on the altar? How's the altar looking over here?
I tried.
So
I
the altar itself, you see in the middle of the kind of cloth space is a slight depression, round in nature.
I'm guessing that was where the widget that was supposed to not be fiddled with went.
Well, this totally flies in what I had hoped for.
Oh, it sounds like we need to figure out a way to actually go down now that the stairwell has been destroyed.
one
Well,
gate.
I can get down.
Yeah, we have one of those. It's just a matter of,
I wonder if we all hold hands if it'll take all of us.
or you could just let me attack the stairway until I make a new one.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
My
very good
friend.
at just attacking rock for long periods of time.
But we don't have long periods of time. They're doing a
That's
thing
true.
down there.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're doing a thing. We should probably do the hand holding and make with the crushing of the gates down.
Yeah, but before we do that, I want to drink that potion that somebody gave me.
Okay.
I need to pull it out of the party sheet, though, right?
Yep.
So I just-
Kai, go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
Oh, I don't like those. Reasonable.
Yeah, good. That's
Wait,
good.
is all of that going on?
The size of that gate stone, you figure would fit appropriately in the circular entry of that altar.
Oh. I wonder what happens if I put it in there. And I make like a teenager and do it.
While he's doing
All right.
And Kendra, am I able to drag and drop that potion out of the
Yep.
parcel items?
Yep, just drag it into your inventory section of your sheet.
Hey guys, you want to come stand over here while I do something dumb?
hang on, doing something dumb, doing something awesome first. So I'm gonna pick up the corpse of the boss. I'm gonna take it over to like the sloping part. I'm gonna take his own vicious sword to decapitate him,
Okay.
and then I'm giving the skull for later.
And you're going to what?
You and your trophy
Taking
collecting.
his head,
Oh, sure. Annotate
and it's
that.
my ornament collection. That's why I make cap clicking, but all you not the censored.
Man, you know what's funny? I've taken no damage, but I really am not wanting to continue this fight because I only have my second wind left for special fighter things.
And then do I just roll the dice for the? They just
Correct.
select the dice to roll for it. How many dice? What is that?
So regular potion of healing is 2d4 plus 2.
But the whole point of doing it up the slope is so that the rest of the body just slides down.
And it does. It is nicely sloped in such a way that it picks up speed. And then you see it kind of careen off the edge where the guard house is at.
Lovely.
Hope it lands in the window where
And
that
then all of the cultists that are standing at the bottom of the dais slowly walk forward and throw their torches into the water and walk away.
Is there a way for me to roll all that dice at once?
Yep, so once you pick up one of the dice, right click, it'll give you as many dice as you right click.
And we said it was 2d4
Yep.
+2.
plus 2.
As for the remaining bodies, they each get a dagger to the chest, and have to get sufficiently born.
Okay. And then with that, when Kaizen places that gem into the central portion of the altar, a kind of flash happens. You find yourselves floating slowly through the darkness in a downward direction. And that's where we'll end it for this week. All right. Any last things that we want for note before we cancel out for the night?
No, I think that's good. We'll work on everything next week. We'll start the next part of this adventure.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, everybody, for playing, and thanks to all the viewers for watching. See you guys next week.
Have a good one, guys.
Yep.
And